You guys are live. You're good to go.
We're good. Oh, we're live on the YouTube channel?
Live
wow.
on YouTube.
Unbelievable. I've been telling my stupid producer, Dave Colleen, for months I want to talk to somebody from Diner, specifically this man who is going to be in this area. We do the show from Massachusetts. He's in Manchester, New Hampshire. Tonight at the Palace Theater. Tomorrow night in Lebanon at the Opera House, Lebanon, New Hampshire. Paul Reiser. And Paul, I have to think, and you expressed this before we were live, this is probably bigger than your first Tonight Show appearance, if you're going to rank it historically in your life, or at least 1A?
You know what? Perhaps the biggest moment of my life.
Yeah, because I could tell.
A lot of people want to direct. I said, no, I want to do a podcast in the middle of New Hampshire early in the morning.
I mean, who do? That's when you know things are going perfect for you. Is when this is happening. By the way,
exactly.
I really liked that. I think it was 2016 or 17 on Hulu. That series you did about it was That's Johnny, about Johnny. I thought that was
there's
excellent.
Johnny. Yeah,
I'm sorry, there's Johnny. Yeah.
Which is on Peacock now, but God bless you, because Peacock is not the most widely seen platform.
It's
right below Al Jazeera in terms of actual numbers.
Yeah.
So, but it's worth checking out, and God bless you for having seen it. Yeah, I'm very proud of that show.
So your first appearance on Carson was when Diner had just come out. Am I getting that right? In the early 82?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
April 1982. Yeah, you know, when we were, all my buddies, all my comedy buddies, the goal was always get on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. That was it. I never saw beyond that. That was as far as I could
That was it, yeah.
And I hadn't gotten on. And then when Diner came out, that was sort of my calling card. I said, well, here's a young comedian, and he's got a movie, so that's something. So that Diner really opened up everything for me.
We've had a couple of guys over the years who were on the Tonight Show. Is it correctly articulated when people say, you know, you went on there on an April night and then the next day your career was totally different, or is that overstated? Is history made that bigger over the last, couple of decades?
I think that's more true for some guys than others. I think certain people's, life changed dramatically. Freddie Prinze famously, and David Brenner and Stephen Wright. In my case, it didn't open up any doors. I didn't suddenly have a different career, but you walk a little taller because you actually achieved it.
Right.
And certainly for my parents, that was the validation they needed. It's like, I don't know what he does, my son. He goes he goes to the clubs and he gets on at 2:00 in the morning and he's making $11 a month. So they, but when you're on Johnny Carson, they go, oh, I guess that's real, because that was the only currency that mattered, really.
Yeah, see, I was in radio before this, and my parents died before I started doing podcasting, so I would never be able to explain to them what podcasting is. So it's now, I waited until they both died, and I said I would just shift over to podcasting. It would be imagine trying to explain streaming to your parents now, that Stranger Things.
That's so funny. It's so funny. I constantly consider, when I'm struggling, and I'm really not particularly gifted technologically, but when I'm struggling to do something, I go, if I had to explain this to my parents, but it's so funny. My wife's mother is still with us, and she will ask me. She's 87.
Yeah,
she will ask me pretty much every 3 weeks, what is the difference between broadcasting and streaming? And I go, I don't have my hands around. I said, one goes through a wire.
I have no idea.
One goes through the air.
Right.
She goes, but I don't get TV through the air, through a wire. I went, yeah, well, I don't, whatever.
Well,
said, you don't have it. Right. You can't. Basically, she said, well, how can I watch this show? I said, come to our house and we'll show it to you. You can't get it.
The leap between my kids who are 16 and 11 and me, who I'm 48, is astronomical. But I feel like the leap between me, who's 48, and your mother-in-law is like zero. I know exactly as much as she does. Not. And by the way, you're a bigger star to my kids now because of Stranger Things than like. Yes. When I told my son this morning, I was driving to school, I said, I'm having you on. He did not mention. He didn't mention the film you were in with Matthew Modine where you guys kept going to McDonald's. He mentioned Stranger Things. He was very excited. The guy from Stranger Things was going to be on the podcast.
It is a very cool calling card, I have to admit. And I have seen in my stand-up shows, the concerts, that the audience, there's a larger contingency of people under 50 that didn't used to be there, which is totally Stranger Things related.
Right.
But somebody, and in fairness, I didn't do stand-up for a long time, so I was not really widely known to a lot of people as a stand-up. But I hear more than once, I've had friends tell me that their teenage kids go, wait a second, Dr. Owens from Stranger Things is trying to do comedy now? Why? He's not funny. Would you please explain to him that I was doing comedy before I was a doctor? And by the way, I'm not a doctor.
It's interesting, Scorsese did this early on in his career with Albert Brooks in Taxi Driver, and he has a million comedians in Casino, and even Jerry Lewis in King of Comedy.
True.
There is something, I always find it interesting, and I remember reading an interview with Scorsese, and he said, they asked him, why'd you cast Albert Brooks in Taxi Driver? It's kind of a nothing role. And he said, because he's a comedian, they make nothing roles more interesting. If you look, not to say that your character, not to say your character is straight, but there's always something more interesting to me about a comedian like Rickles in Casino playing straight. It's where you don't have to be that. This sort of performative aspect to it. I don't know if I'm articulating it perfectly, but
yeah, no, it's interesting. It's interesting. I used to get questions all the time. There were all these, with sitcoms, and they would have comedians starring in comedies, and journalists would be puzzled. Why would they get a comedian to star in a comedy? I go, listen to yourself. What did you just? I said, you want to do a comedy? Are you going to get a fireman? I mean, we love firemen, but this is not their field. Right. So and going way back, the first people to get TV shows but when television was in that, it was Bob Hope, it was
Jack Benny,
it was Danny Kaye, Milton Berle, Jack Benny. It was funny people. Nobody said, get us Laurence Olivier. It wasn't about that. It was like, we want to laugh in our homes. So there was a correlation. And when you see Rickles or Albert or Jerry Lewis or something, there's also so much backstory that they bring with them that you just put it on them when you see them on screen. You go, I already like this guy.
But yeah, and I think I'm right about this. My favorite show of all time is All in the Family. Not a comedian, of course, playing the lead in that. I think was on Mad About You, right? Is that right? Am I getting that right?
Carol O'Connor, Carol O'Connor played Helen Hunt's father.
What was he like?
He was delightful. He was delightful. We were so lucky on Mad About You. We got ridiculous guests. We had
Carol Burnett.
All our idols. We had Carol Burnett, Carol O'Connor, Jerry Lewis. We had Mel Brooks, Paul Reiser. We had Sid Caesar. And Yoko Ono, not known for comedy chops, but she was great.
Right.
And we would never took it for granted. Helen Hunt and I would always kind of look at each other and just pinch ourselves and go, we're in a scene with Carol Burnett and Carol O'Connor. What world are we living in that this has happened? It was really, and we always learned something. I always took away something from watching these people. They were huge stars for a reason.
I was looking at your, and these, again, Paul's at Manchester tonight, Palace Theater, Lebanon tomorrow night.
Yeah, I got a shower very soon because I want to look my best for New Hampshire.
I understand. Of course. There seemed to be a sort of a parenthesis in your filmography before Whiplash. It seemed like, were you just taking some time? It seemed like Whiplash almost began this sort of second revival for you. Is that accurate?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was by design taking some time. We did Mad About You for 7 years, which was a joy, but it was really a full-time job for us and for me. And so when it ended, and we had a new baby, and we just bought a new house, and I was really happy to stay home. And what happened was I got really good at staying home. I really liked it.
Sure.
And so that's why the pandemic, the lockdown, people will complain. I go, I like staying home. Are you kidding? I don't like the sickness part, but staying home. So I was writing a lot of things, and I wrote things that I was in, things that I wasn't in. But I did a couple of movies. Did a movie with Peter Falk.
Oh yes,
I was proud of. Good thing about my folks. But yeah, so it was what happened was I was having such a great time being home. And I thought, isn't this great for my children? They come home from school and daddy's home, and how great for them. Isn't this great? And one day my son, I think he was in second grade, he comes in from school, and he comes into my office at home. And he says, Dad, what do you do? Right. He said, all the dads, they do something. I went, I probably should get out of the house. I think I need to do that. So that was helpful.
So it was no Grant, because you're in a way you embrace, like we said, with the Carson Show and with Red Oaks and with obviously Stranger Things, all these, Amazon. This was no grand plan for you to embrace streaming. It just sort of happened.
No, yeah, I don't think anybody has a plan.
Right?
Plans are not particularly effective in show business, or in life. But no, streaming is. Going back to your original point, there is no real difference between streaming and television. If you're filming something, it's good or it's not good.
Yeah.
And so Stranger Things, whether it's on Netflix or if it's on ABC, what's the difference? It's a quality show or it's not. So I've been lucky and gotten to I got invited to join Stranger Things for the second season when it was right after it had dropped. The first season had dropped, so it was really a no-brainer. I went, I've already seen it and it's great. Yeah. So yes, please.
Yeah.
And Red Oaks was this really well-written show with great people, and so I've gotten to do some really fun things. And I'm not going out of my way to say it has to be on streaming or not. Whatever comes my way that looks interesting. I have
to ask a couple of questions because it's one of my 10 favorite movies. Diner.
Yeah.
I just a couple of quick ones. What did Modell do for a living?
We don't know.
Okay, I was always curious.
We don't even know his first name.
We don't know his first name. We don't know what he did for a living. We know Mickey Rourke cut hair, wanted to be a lawyer. We know Tim Daly was in college. We know Daniel Stern worked at the TV store. We know that Kevin Bacon was just a fuck up. But we never.
No, we didn't really have. Most of us were sort of jobless and aimless.
Right.
We didn't know what we were doing.
What were you doing all day? After you get back from the diner in the morning, Gutenberg would give you the ride home. Like you bargained over the ride home. You bargained over the sandwich. Like
in my head, he always had some sort of dull job.
Right.
Like Daniel Stern. Right. Working in some office or in his father's business or something. But those guys were the crux of the movie was that these guys did not have a plan or a grasp,
right?
Really, and which is part of what made that such an effective, powerful movie.
Did you know when you read the script? You were a young guy when you read the script. Did you think because at that time I had never. The first time I saw it, I was in the early '90s. I was a teenager, but I had never seen anything like this. Even then, did you know that there was something great, or was it just a script that came?
Well, I was even dumber than that. I had never done anything, and that's how.
Right.
Fortunate I am.
How'd you get that role?
First.
Yeah.
Well, I got it literally by an accident. I went with a friend who was auditioning. They had the 5 guys already cast, and they were looking. Barry Levinson was looking for a 6th guy that all he knew was that he'd be funny, and so they were looking at a bunch of comedians. And I didn't even get the call for that, but a friend of mine did, and we were going out to lunch. I said, "Well, we'll walk. I'll hang with you, and then we'll go." And when I was just hanging outside in the lobby of this casting office, and when he came out, the casting director said, "All right, you're next." I went, "No, I'm not up for." And I tried to bow out of it. I said, "No, I'm waiting for my friend. I'm not up for this." And she just looked at me and had a feeling that something was right. So the next day, I met with Barry Levinson, and 2 weeks later, I was in Baltimore. So I had never seen a camera. I had never read a script. I hadn't really done anything. And in fact, the character Modell was not really written. It was just he had this idea that he'll. So I've told this story before where I didn't have an agent. I didn't have anything. So, but I gave the script to a friend of mine who was a lawyer, and I said to negotiate. You hold out for scale.
Right. Right.
So he read the script for me, and he said, "What's your character's name?" I said, Modell. He said, "Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're not in this movie." There was nothing in the script. I'm told we're going to improvise, and we did. So everything.
So nuance is improvised.
All of that was improvised.
Nuance, for example, is improvised. Yeah,
everything. I think I had 3 lines in the script, and I think I remember the night before we shot that, Barry Levinson said, "You're going to be driving the car with Mickey Rourke, and you should be puzzled about something, a word, just something." I think he just gave me that vague direction, and it was whenever I come across the movie, I'm always tickled to see Mickey Rourke just looking at me
like so baffled.
What the hell? What is he talking about? I don't have this thought in my head. I've never worried about a word.
It works in a way though, because in real life, when you hung out with guys like that in high school, it was always a guy who didn't like you and Mickey Rourke should not have been friends. But for some reason, Mickey Rourke was on a different planet at that point. Just the way he looked, the way he acted, he was very Was he very methody on the set? Did he get along with you guys? Was he one of the guys, or
he was very colorful. He was very eccentric and brilliant actor, and a sweet guy. When you get through all the stuff, very sweet guy. But that's really funny. It's like Modell and Boogie would never have been friends. And Modell was sort of like I was. I was like the 6th wheel, invited at the last minute, and that was sort of where the character came from. Is that I had no idea if I was in the movie or not. I didn't know what my place was, and so that insecurity was what made Barry Levinson was smart enough to go, let's just film that. You not being confident enough to ask for a ride home is funny. I didn't know that it was funny.
Were you in the TV pilot attempt of it or no?
Yeah, man, you know your diner history.
Believe me. I knew the answer before I asked the question, but I just wanted to, I wanted to have you talk about the
nobody
experience.
even knows that. I don't think that was ever aired.
Paul, it's on YouTube. You can actually see it. I've watched it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They did it, I guess the summer after. Yeah. It came out in April of 82, and I think we did that summer. Or the following year, I don't remember. But it was way ahead of its time. It was the only show, with a comedy without a laugh track, without jokes.
Michael Madsen, I think. Yeah.
Michael Madsen, James Spader,
right.
Mike Binder. Yeah, it was, and it really they really did a great job. It looked like the movie, and it felt like the movie. Yeah. It was interesting. I was actually just talking about somebody that at the time, the hope is always that you're going to do more, make more episodes. So Barry Levinson said, you should try writing an episode of this. And I had never written anything. But so I just took his first script as a model, and I wrote what I thought would be a decent second script. And that's what helped me become a writer. And then he told CBS, that said, this kid can write. And then I got a pilot deal to write. And so by the time Mad About You, I had written 4 or 5 pilots. But it was really, when I say it all came out of Diner, everything really did. Even my career as a writer started because of a push from Barry.
You must have been stunned not that it made $50 billion at the box office, but it got great reviews, got Oscar nominations. It played in theaters in Manhattan for a year. It must have been a weird, for your first experience, must have been kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, it was. It's interesting, by the way, because it wasn't, it's not the hit like Aliens or Beverly Hills Cop, but
sure.
It was, but there is a swath of population like yourself for whom that movie was really significant and they really related to it. And it's not just guys. I always thought it'd be such a guy movie, but there are women who felt like, oh, now we know what guys talk about when we're not there. So it was very.
No, I'm sorry. Go
ahead.
It
was very significant. No, but so I have been touched to see how the movie 40 years later really resonates with people. But I remember also as a comic when you have to, your what they call your option is up every 20 seconds. And I remember, you tell a joke and then the next joke is basically it's not going to work or it is going to work. But in a movie, it was the first time I had seen myself on film and I went, okay, there's a laugh coming up. 3, 2, 1. Right. And there'll be a laugh. And I didn't have to do anything. I said, this is the greatest thing in the world. I got a laugh at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. And I didn't even show up.
And everyone, the other thing obviously is the cast. Everyone is in some form or fashion survived and had a career for 41 years now. Yeah.
We had an event in California, in LA, it was a year ago.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
And we've all been friends, but we hadn't gotten together as a group in a while. And I remember we were having dinner and Kevin Bacon says, let me ask you guys something. Have you noticed that when you go on the set now, we're the oldest guys? Right. I went, yes. When did that happen? Because we were the sparkly new kids. Right. Now we're older than the grips and the camera guys. Oh my God.
Yeah, you probably weren't that much older. You probably weren't that much older when you did Diner than, I don't know, the kids are in Stranger Things now. And maybe a couple of years, but not much.
Yeah. We were like 22, 23, and those kids are
18 or 19.
Now they're 47.
Yeah, that's so 8 feet tall.
But you should point out that none of the cast of Diner will be at the show at the Palace Theater in Manchester tonight.
I won't guarantee that. I've heard Mickey Rourke might open for you. I heard he has a crisp he has a good 8-minute set. Yeah, I heard it's pretty good.
I look forward to
tonight
that.
at the Palace Theater in Manchester. Tomorrow, Lebanon Opera House. Paul Reiser. Final question: is this Beverly Hills Cop movie is done? It's shot. It's completed.
It's shot. I don't know when it's coming out. It's on Netflix. It'll probably come out in the fall.
Okay.
And not only am I in it, but Eddie Murphy is also in it.
I don't think that's true. Is that right? Is he in it?
Yeah, I insisted. I said, listen, I'm not doing it unless you bring in the kid.
That's only fair.
64.
That's only fair. That's only fair.
What I do is I like to give Eddie the big role, and I just hold back and do a little bit because, he has not been working, and I wanted to help him out. So
that's
you'll see. He has a very big part in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, good.
You're welcome.
All right. So, Paul, if we, you're obviously anytime you want to come on here and talk Diner, I could talk Diner for 40 hours. It's.
Let me ask you: are any of your listeners staying with you when you talk about Diner for an hour?
Paul, I have long since stopped caring about my listeners. So
it's really just I should just call you at home. We don't even need the podcast. It's you and me.
That would be fantastic. If me, you.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of you and Matthew Modine together, do you think there's any chance there'll be a full Bye Bye Love reunion? You think Randy Quaid will be joining the cast at any point with you guys there?
I think that's very, very unlikely.
That may not happen.
As he is wanted by the sheriffs. Yeah.
What was he? Was he still a normal guy at that point?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
He was a very funny, lovely guy.
Yeah.
And something happened, and he became odd.
Right.
I think we can safely say.
Yeah. Weird, because he's a great actor.
Yeah, he was terrific. And but that was great fun to do work with Matthew Modine on Stranger Things. So I hadn't seen him, in 30 years, and he's a great guy. He's a terrific actor, really cool, wonderful guy.
Fantastic.
But Matthew will not be at the show tonight at the Palace. So I got to go shower.
All right, go shower.
I do a very thorough cleansing job, and I think New Hampshire audiences deserve the best.
Well, I've been to New Hampshire. I'm not sure the shower ratio is going to be super high there. You might be in the
Really?
lead, but
I want to stand out.
Yeah, be clean and shiny. I think people will like that.
Yeah, people go, was it funny? Well, it wasn't funny, but man, was he clean.
He smelled great. It was incredible.
Oh, he was a good smelling guy.
All right, Paul. Well, thanks a lot.
All right,
we'll talk to you.
Thank
you. All right, there you go. There you go, Dave. Paul Reiser.
Funny guy.
Manchester, New Hampshire, Palace Theater. Lebanon, New Hampshire, Opera House. Tonight in Manchester. Tomorrow in Lebanon. We'll tweet that out as well for Paul. Yeah. Who I think is a friend.
Oh, friend of the show for sure. Yeah.
Laughs, amazed at my knowledge, overwhelmed, really.
Always got to get that line in there of, oh, you really know your diner.
Well, I mean, I didn't say anything. I didn't say no to that. I'm not saying he was dying to get off the phone, but he was going to take a shower, I guess, I suppose. Yeah. So he's in Manchester. I don't know the Palace Theater. Do we know that? Have we ever looked at that?
I've reached out to them. I don't know it.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the Lebanon, New Hampshire Opera House. I don't know that either. I'd be curious. I like the way that sounds. Yeah. Let me see this Lebanon, New Hampshire.
Michael Geary is here. I know that.
Oh, bring him in.
Yeah. I'll go, Mike.
Here he is, from one comedy legend to another.
Yeah, was there something satisfying about talking to a comedian without Mike in the room, or no? Or
yes.
you just knew you were going to dial in on Diner or whatever?
Well, I thought it was going to be a lot of Diner talk, and I didn't need Mike to show off his comedy. Yeah. He hasn't done an episode on Paul Reiser. That's awkward.
I assumed it was purposely.
I'll turn on your mic.
Works better when it's on, Dave. Yeah. What's that?
I said something hilarious, but I don't want to repeat it.
There you go. So when's the other guy getting here?
He should be here in a minute. I told him 10 o'clock. So,
okay. Yeah, there you go. All right, so what else is going on?
Well, do you want to start with the text you sent me yesterday about the word you can't say at our company anymore, which is
Jeez, I don't know. I don't quite know what's going on here. So did you hear about this, Mike? Or
no.
So this was on the Yak.
Yes.
Listeners sent me this. Go ahead.
Through. He's a smart guy. I will say, as someone who's been through.
I'm not allowed to say the word that Clemmer was using. According to TJ, he told me I'm not allowed to say that word.
Who is that?
That is Nick.
TJ? No, I know who Nick is.
Oh,
TJ
Hitchens. Or is it Hitchens?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's a producer there. He produces the Yak. I believe he produces.
Oh, okay. So he's not a management.
No.
Gotcha. Okay, got it.
Mince word?
No.
You got to run down the words you can't say.
We got to run down the words.
Oh, yeah. It was the one word we learned yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait,
We can't say anything that could be misconstrued as something offensive.
Wait.
It rhymes with.
We actually got that?
Little talk.
You're talking about grapes?
Anything
that's
that
the one.
describes
Company-wide, not just us.
It's company-wide, so.
But Che came in and pointed to someone, was like, "You."
Came out to me and he was like, "You're not allowed to say this."
Clemmer called Kobe Bryant a grapist.
Called him a rapist.
So sorry. So Clemmer went on said that Kobe Bryant's a rapist.
Okay.
And they said which I mean, I believe he was. I don't know. This seems like there's real evidence. People can debate that. That's perfectly fine. But Barstool was saying that you can't say that?
Here's my only question. Is that YouTube related? Because they will fuck you now.
Maybe.
They have a lot of rules.
I guess.
But I'm assuming it's probably more gambling.
That's interesting.
But I mean, I don't even understand. Like, I don't. So if we talk about Bill, it's no problem for Mike because he doesn't believe in that word. But
damn straight.
But like, am I supposed to say Bill Cosby violated?
Rape. I can say it, right? I don't work here.
One of the great songs of all time about it. I don't understand. Right. I don't even get it.
Oh yeah, you can't play that song anymore.
I think we will. What are the other words? Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah. They didn't provide a lot of context.
Were we ever looped in on this?
No.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if that's. I don't understand.
Maybe only in the office. You can't say.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out Monday.
In fairness, I would say we missed a lot of meetings. I would assume that. Right?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't like. Bill Cosby raped women. Am I allowed? I'm not allowed to say that.
No, he raped them.
Jail for it. I don't really get.
I'm gonna give management or whoever said this the benefit of the doubt and assume you can't say it as a joke. right? If you're talking about it in a
Why?
serious,
What's
like,
your benefit of the doubt?
Yeah, that's not great.
like I can't call you
Grape, you meant, Mike.
I can't call you a grapist, right?
Sure you can.
As a joke. I can't.
Yeah,
Just
so you're saying at Barstool Sports you can only have serious talks about rape.
Here you can.
even though they're alluding to what's his name, Kobe Bryant. So that's a
who,
real
again,
conversation.
It was in a civil, like, you know, I've read, I think he did that. And I remember when we landed in Miami, there was concerns, especially Mike, because and me as well. Dave talked to me that morning. I was like, I'm going to say what, like, hey, it's very sad that he died. I feel terrible for him and his daughter and his family, but I also think he did this terrible thing, and he's somehow still treated like Jesus Christ. I'm still years later not sure why, but I don't know. I mean, we're going to continue to use that word, and if we're told we can't, we'll have a conversation about it, I guess. I don't know.
Interesting.
I'll be there Monday. So if people want to talk to you about them, I'll be, because they may have great points. I don't know. Yeah. But I'm there Monday to do one thing, that is to win the tournament, which I'm going to do.
Yes.
All right. I saw the guarantee.
That's a guarantee.
It's exciting.
There's no way I'm not winning that tournament. No chance, none. I'm winning that fucking tournament. I'm sick of being a nice guy. I've been pretty meek, not meek, but very, you know, I like Jeff. I like all the people at the trivia. I get along with everybody, but I'm going to be a grade 1 asshole when I walk into New York on Monday.
Oh, sure.
One thing in mind, a championship.
No one ever
I
doubted
want to
that.
walk out. No, but I get along with a lot of people now.
Sure.
Even people I like. Not interested.
Stay out of his way.
I'm there to win the championship. That's all. You know, I'm not going to, you know, I'm there to do that. That's it. Guaranteed. And if Rico and Quiggs don't do their job, they're fucking out.
Congratulations on the MVP, by the way.
Doesn't matter to me. Thank you. It's window dressing. If I win the championship, then it means something. If you don't win the championship, then it means dick. Don't mean dick.
Now, when you say Rico and Quiggs would be out, I thought you were out.
What do you mean?
I thought you were retiring. Win, lose, or draw.
Yeah, I mean, certainly I'm open to all options. Well, I can't.
This is
Well, it
embarrassing.
depends-
You berated Tom Brady for
Well, it
this.
depends if I'm screwed or not in this tournament. That's really what comes down. If I do my job and other guys don't, I can't walk out like that.
I
If
suppose
I play
that's
poorly,
true.
we lose, it's over. Yeah. I mean, I'd say it's certainly 50-50 as I look at it.
Then we're going to have to replay all the tribute videos that we made. And
Oh, that's the thing. I mean, yes, I would say as of right now, I'm certainly probably going to retire, and I'm sure I'll probably not re-sign the Barstool if you're looking at it right now.
very good.
Yeah, I mean, it could change. It's a movable feast like anything else. Like these goddamn golf picks. Gee whiz. I mean, I can't control. This course is a bloodbath. Holy moly.
I don't like the talking to the golfer walking down the fairway.
Everybody blows it. It's like fine.
The guy was in the sand trap still talking to the play-by-play guy.
It's a major. I don't really understand it. I don't get it.
I assume it was inspired by those great dugout interviews that they do at baseball games.
Yes.
Right. Oh,
And I don't like the Dan Katz dumping all over the grass and golf thing. I'm not embracing that character. Have you seen him? He was critical of the frost delay yesterday. This stuff's serious. It's a major championship. Yeah. This isn't some goddamn.
Yeah.
You know, we're not sitting here interviewing fucking, some guy and then, whatever, talking about some dog or something.
He's a court jester.
Yeah, there are
that's his job.
there are times you should take the makeup off and respect the sport of golf, which is what it is. It's a serious sport. It's a serious sport. I saw Dan Rappaport yesterday tweet out about Rory McIlroy. Let me see here. Go through my texts. Ryan Whitney. Rory's clearly dealing with something. Dan Rappaport from Barstool Sports says it's time for grace, not ridicule. I mean, we could fire him now, right? I'm not trying to be an asshole here.
No, you're telling me that's better than rape.
That's worse.
Yeah, significantly worse.
My God.
So he had a couple good ones yesterday. He had the Tiger Woods one you were talking about yesterday as
It
well.
was the day before, yeah.
Oh,
Where
was it? Yeah.
he's like, I can't believe that people are covering this story about Tiger Woods and his girlfriend. I'm like, what planet do you live on, stupid? You can say it's bullshit, trumped up, like she's making shit up, no problem. But like, you're not going to cover it?
Yeah, folks, a
Tiger
little
Woods.
decorum, please, if you would.
This is the real journalist, by the way, too.
Yeah, I thought he was there to have some fun, let his hair down.
Yeah, I guess
Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, how you doing, buddy? Good. How are you? What's your name?
Brian,
Brian. Hi. Where are you from?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Are you a fan of the show?
Big fan.
Okay. What's it like walking in here in the middle of a show? Weird?
A little weird, yeah, but just like my everyday, just listen to you guys. So
What's your story? Is this like your everyday?
not coming in here, just the audio
He
part
naps
of
in
it.
the other room.
I know I've seen it before.
I'm usually across the street.
Is the mic not working? Is it, did
No.
you fuck it up?
You can move
No, it's
closer.
good.
You can move it. You can move it any way you want.
Okay, thanks.
That's fine. Move it really far away from your face, actually.
Okay.
Even the first 30 seconds.
Good.
What else going on, Dave?
What if they actually, back to Mike's point for 1 second, what if they said you can't say rapist because of YouTube?
Well, that's a hill Mike would die on. I know that.
What if they said that? Would you be okay
I'm outta
with
here.
that? It makes no sense. I mean, what
I mean,
if it was
if it was like a YouTube thing, I think we would just stop doing the show on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I am going to say that goddamn word.
Or you would just
matter
accept getting copyright claim.
Yeah, but you got like it's not about that word. Like that's not the issue. That issue is if that word. Well, what's the next one? What's the next one? What's the next one?
On TikTok, they say that you have been on the verge of unaliving yourself many times.
That's everywhere.
So that
as me individually.
Well, no, I'm just saying in general. That's the term now.
If you say, I've seen that. Yeah,
so stuff like that could be nice.
I think TikTok automatically transcribe, like they're transcribing your words and they change it. If you say suicide, they change it to unalived. Comments.
How active would you say the Case TikTok page has been lately?
Hasn't been as active lately.
It's taking a rest. It's dead.
Crime does sleep once in a while.
We might have some updates. So
that's true. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Yeah. So I mean, if there are YouTube reasons. I mean, I guess. I mean,
you still play music on YouTube every now and then when you.
We would just probably stop doing the show on YouTube. I guess if there are words, then fine. I get that. YouTube has their rules, and we just wouldn't do the show on YouTube.
Well, that's gonna fuck up one of my ideas that I was gonna text you about recently.
One of the ideas you were going to text me about recently. God, that's a weird sentence.
24/7 Kirk Minahan on YouTube. 24/7 channel.
So you're stealing Justin's idea.
Oh, did he say? No, he was radio.
Not only did he do it, he did it.
He did?
Yeah.
He did? What do you mean?
He did this. He literally did this.
No, I think Dave means different shows, though. Justin himself was on for 24 hours, wasn't he?
No. Justin replayed old Kirk Minahan shows for 24 hours. You called him an idiot.
Oh, in audio only, right? In audio,
no, this is different, Mike, you idiot. This is video only. Yeah. God, how stupid are you?
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have spoken.
It's a popular thing.
You retard.
That's what Justin said.
Freetard? So what? God, let me hear.
Some people just don't want to choose, and if you have a 24/7,
I agree. Justin agreed.
What are you saying?
I told Justin it was a great idea.
Mike, shut up. I want to hear Dave's point. All right. I want to hear Dave's concise, clear point about what his vision for this. Go ahead.
Basically, you would have your own television-esque channel on YouTube.
Boy.
Paul Reiser.
You guys read about Rachel Rollins this week? Woo, boy. Go ahead, Dave. Yeah.
Well, that's it. It's just some people don't.
What is it? What am I watching? At 12:28 today or 2:56 this afternoon.
Well, hopefully right now you would be watching this live.
8 hours
and then as soon as it goes on,
so the show just goes.
Yeah, it'd just be like as if it's in syndication, different episodes, and it's just rotating on replay.
Why?
Wait, on the same channel the live show's on?
You could just get it. Like
you could just choose what show you want to listen to.
People don't want to choose
right now.
This was the
what? We're doing this again?
We're in reruns right now. This has been done.
I mean, we're doing this again?
I don't remember what Justin.
I thought you meant like new shows, like people are going to do shows and stuff.
Oh, we can do that anytime if they want to. I'm talking about your show. I said replay the Kirk Minahan show over and over.
Why?
So it's like a television channel. It's only Kirk
I get.
all the
Believe
time.
me, I understand it.
So it's television.
But why?
Why? It's just something that's a popular thing.
Who else is doing it?
Other podcasts have done it.
Yeah,
have they really?
Yeah, other channels do it. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I will say though, usually the other podcasts I've seen, it's like fucking Andy Mayo would make a YouTube channel where it's Kirk Minahan running all. It's a fan of the show or something.
Yeah. Well, Dave's a fan.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? I'm sorry. What's your name?
Brian.
Brian. I'm sorry, Brian. What's your take on that? As a fan of we have a unique perspective here. A fan of the show.
I mean, I can just go on YouTube and watch any show that's been played before. So I don't understand it.
It's ridiculous.
I don't get it.
How dare you have that opinion?
Come on, Dave.
That's your okay. When did you come up with this idea that you were going to send to me?
Well, it's not a novel idea.
He was talking to Justin.
The other day. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean,
I think I was perusing YouTube like I do from time to time.
Okay. What jumped out? Where did you see it?
I can just obviously YouTube prioritizes live video over they prioritize non-live video.
I don't. I actually don't know that, but okay.
Well, that's a fact.
I'm sure it's a fact. I don't pay attention to that
so
stuff.
There's a natural, like you would naturally, hopefully draw new viewers into the YouTube channel because it prioritizes live video.
All right, but at some point you do enough of this, it's going to grate my dignity. So I can't. There has to be a stop. There has to be a stop on that. I think.
Yeah.
Do you like that you kind of groomed the new bad boy of Barstool? They said Clemmer's the one yelling rape around the office.
I heard he said he was like, I don't want to talk about Kobe because he did this, which is a little weird. I don't know. I saw. I guess I don't know. I'll see him on Monday. I think.
Very exciting.
I would imagine.
How many matches of the dozen do you have to win to get to the championship?
It's a round of 64.
2 or 3?
There's 128 teams. Everyone's ever been associated with Barstool's playing.
So 2 wins.
To get to what? The Final Four? To get to Chicago.
To get to the
2
championship.
wins. To get to get to the semifinals.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Because I think if I win Monday and Tuesday, we would then be in Chicago at the beginning of June.
Got it.
Some point in June.
Yep.
I think. Okay. That'll be one of my 2 appearances in Chicago or Illinois in June for Barstool. I believe, or July, I think is my other one.
Interesting.
I have a lot of Barstool stuff, actually 3 or 4 things coming up this summer, which I'm looking forward to, including the live event with Chicks in the Office.
Oh,
taking over Trent, yeah.
A little mashup
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be like the new
I drive the
suitcase
car.
guy.
Yeah. Trent brings the luggage to the car. I drive the car. Yeah, we've been talking about it for months. I can't wait to participate in that event.
Boning up on The Bachelor?
Oh, like you read about.
Good.
They brought my guy back, right?
I have no idea.
Didn't they cancel the host for something or no?
Chris
Harrison.
Yeah, is he back or no?
There were rumors that they were gonna bring him back.
Wouldn't that be exciting for everyone?
I've missed.
I mean, he is better than everybody else.
Who hosted
You're
that?
damn straight he is.
It was that quarterback there, really good looking guy.
Jesse Palmer?
Jared Lorenzen? Jesse Palmer.
Sadly, I don't think he's. I don't think he's hosting anything.
No?
these days.
Well, okay. What I like about that show, Mike, The Bachelor, is it's a reality show that isn't scripted like these other reality shows.
Right.
You know, these Vanderpump Rules that are just,
That's stupid. It's stupid.
completely scripted. I read the stories totally scripted. You know that.
There's portions, I say it to my wife all the time. There's portions of it
All the
that I do
time?
know. Yeah,
just
I
like in the
talk
middle of the night
about
you wake her up?
Sometimes, yeah.
You just say there are portions of it that are scripted?
She's like, Dave, you haven't said it today. I'm a little worried.
I might be the only guy in America.
Dave, my mother just died 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I understand that, but that's...
no, portions that aren't scripted. No, I get it, but some are.
Yeah, great.
So
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with the finale, if that's what you're trying to get at. If you want
So we're done with the season?
Well, there's a 3-part reunion coming up.
Oh, who hosts that?
Weeks. Oh, Andy Cohen. He's the best in the business.
I mean, I saw him hawking some book about being a father. Or
Daddy
something.
Diaries? Yeah.
He's the first person ever to have a kid. Of course, Paul Reiser wrote a book about fatherhood, which was excellent. So go read that.
Whatever.
What's that?
He can write a book if he wants to.
Paul Reiser was a good sport, I thought.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Did you ask him about the reboot? I was a big fan.
Mad About You?
No. The show, the reboot that he was in, it got canceled off Hulu, but I thought it was excellent.
Oh, I didn't know, but I did say
he was
that.
great in it.
He is very I like the Carson show he did. I told him that. He's on The Boys now, I think.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Obviously, Stranger Things, Red Oaks. He's done a shitload of streaming. What kind of kicked off his second? I was saying to him, his renaissance was Whiplash.
Right.
Like he was kind of not doing anything he was saying, and then he wound up doing that, and he's had a great 10-year run.
Yes.
Yeah, like fucking Stranger Things, the most watched show in the world.
I think his resurgence was the Paul Reiser show.
That was very good. Didn't come up conversationally today.
See, that's why you need me.
I was aware of it. I just left it in my phone. I asked him. He was in the movie Bye Bye Love with Matthew Modine. Now they're in Stranger Things together.
Yeah.
The third guy in that movie was Randy Quaid. I asked him if he's. He didn't seem like he wanted to joke around that much about that, Dave. You know?
No, he did not.
Yeah, he was okay though. He was a good sport.
No,
Paul's a friend now.
Great cast in that movie. Amy Brenneman, great.
Amy
actress.
Brenneman winds up with Paul Reiser.
Elijah Dushku.
Yep, she's in that as well. You're
Boston's
right.
own, right?
Watertown, I believe she's in Watertown, right?
Wow.
Neighbor of ours. Yep.
Yes. Yes. Who else is in that film? Is that it?
And who was the little girl in that who's actually, she's been in a shit ton of stuff.
Jared Lorenzen.
Nope. May something.
May Whitman.
There you go.
Oh, she's in that?
Wasn't she in like Parenthood or some show like that?
Yeah, no, she is.
Yeah,
She's in that movie?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Or not?
Yeah, she was like really little in that movie.
Dana Wheeler Nicholson is in that film. She plays Chevy Chase's love interest in Fletch, one of my favorite movies of all time. If you could book Chevy Chase, that would mean a lot to me.
I'll lock that up if you like.
You're locking Chevy Chase.
If you want to.
Good.
Sure.
That should be a concise, coherent interview if we get a chance.
Yeah, hurry up. I don't know how long Chevy has left.
It's on YouTube, so we might have to be careful, but I think he might be doing poke with Mincy if he's on here soon enough. What else?
I feel like they should have waited a week for the rape thing. Like, give it a few weeks before everyone's still arguing the slippery slope thing. Maybe don't say no one's allowed to say rape right after that.
I get, like, again, if it's like maybe somebody will articulate it to me in a way where I'm like, oh, like these idiots didn't say it correctly.
Yeah.
That's definitely possible.
That was my first thought, is that just because I've been dealing with YouTube's a pain in the ass now. They've gotten power hungry.
What are you doing on Mike.net?
Well, just videos that get demonetized and stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
if you do like Quincy stuff or something? Or?
If you curse in the first 5 minutes, there's certain
We
shit
do
you can't
that?
do.
Oh, geez.
Well, you're not monetized, I bet.
Shit. Oh, really?
We do get a lot of strikes.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. A lot of warnings. Yeah.
Warnings. Oh, yeah. Like they warned us about the jab, which is bullshit. Like COVID's fake. Like that. What?
You're done for.
Are you a COVID? Are you a jab guy, Brian?
I got jabbed a couple
How many
times. I got one booster.
You did. Okay. So I think well, Mike never got it, right?
No, I got the first 2. No boosters.
Jerry's had like 14 of them.
Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
He won't admit to it. But.
No, he will not. What else is going on?
Did you see that guy who from FanDuel who they took off the air because he was tweeting about horse racing the way you were kind of talking about it?
I saw this. Yeah.
That's why I'm much so afraid.
Is that just because they have the...
Not such a pussy.
They had an exclusive, I think, with the Kentucky Derby. So I think they're like...
FanDuel?
FanDuel specifically,
right?
I think, is really in bed with the horse racing
there you
world.
go.
So that's probably just the genesis.
It's so... Maybe somebody should investigate it, Dave. Because it's, I mean, I'm a horse guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ride horses all the time. Chasing wild horses, like Springsteen said. I don't know. But Mutt is so afraid to even talk. You saw him the other day. So why? He's making no money off this. Like, it's not, like this guy's got more balls than Mutt.
What was his tweet here? It said, horse racing needs to stop pretending and just be what it is. It's a great combo of WWE, reality TV, sports with a healthy dose of BS on the side. Great game. Cheating is a part of it. Death is a part of it. Losing is a part of it. Winning makes it all worthwhile. I don't think that's that bad.
Well, he's just basically saying he doesn't care about the horses, which is fine. He's being honest. Like, nobody, they don't care. Mutt doesn't, you think Mutt cares they shoot 50 horses? Of course not.
Mutt kind of acts like he represents the Kentucky Derby or something. Like he works for the the organization.
He's an ambassador.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. It's like, he's like, right. It's like, he's like when you see like these old, like Mickey Mantle, like signing autographs, like some casino or something. Or,
right.
This is where Mutt is now, except Mickey Mantle's probably getting paid, I guess. Not great example. Mutt, I don't know how Mutt exists at this point. I don't know how he does it. Comes in here like absolutely dreadful, as Dave said the other day. I mean, it's just,
Some people say it was their favorite episode.
I did not say that.
No, it was fine. I thought it was average. I thought it was an average. The people who liked the old show wanted to hear us together.
Gotcha.
I thought it was fine. I thought Alex was a little guarded, but your first appearance, you're all like, you didn't want to talk about
the Odyssey stuff.
Yeah, you didn't want to talk about that stuff. And you like if you talk to Alex off the air, he'll shit on everybody, everybody, and he's not the same. He's
been traumatized.
He's red
from
like
the
Brady
Brady thing.
Yeah.
You know?
But we're here now. That's too bad. You're on the radio. You're never going back to fucking Odyssey. It's never going to happen.
It's funny you said that though, because I thought outside of that stuff, and you're probably more focused on like you want him to shit on Entercom.
Yeah.
I thought he seemed much looser. Maybe I haven't listened to him in 5 years, probably, so maybe that's why. But I thought he seemed much looser, like funnier.
Yeah, he got looser as the
relaxed.
show went on. I thought for
sure.
Yeah. No, he was good. He was good. He's always welcome here. Can't say the same for Mutt, but Mutt just keeps showing up. Was Mutt even invited the other day?
I heard you promote him. I believe you said he's going to be on.
Is that shitty Mutt stack up yet today or no?
Yes, it actually posted.
What we got?
Paul Reiser kind of took the wind out of the Mutt
That can
stack
happen.
release.
What happened? What's he got?
Well, I didn't get to read it. I was listening to Paul speak, but
right.
It looks like he's kind of dialed in on the horse racing. I think. Oh no, Xander Red Sox reunion
coming
up this weekend.
Christ.
Okay.
Can't read that anywhere.
Okay.
His headline should be Paul Reiser takes wind out of Mutt stack.
I'd read that if he rips Paul Reiser.
Embedding a Brian Barrett tweet. Never recommended.
Jesus Christ.
What's Brian Barrett up to?
Jesus Christ.
Tweeting statistics. He's the stats guy.
If Mutt sprains his ankle this weekend, can we put a fucking cover over him and shoot him in the head?
I heard I wonder if Mutt knows this term. I heard a great term recently. I forget the context, but someone said he's as good as glue, meaning he's dead.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's it's not funny.
It's terribly sad.
50% less deaths now. Oh, Jesus.
It's getting better.
My niece got bit by a horse when she was doing her lessons the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a real bite or just like a little... Because they'll do that.
She said it hurt, and she didn't have to go to the hospital or anything like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just... Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously not. Kate is super into horses. I am not.
Yeah.
I am not.
That's way too expensive. That's crazy talk.
Yeah, it's a fucking
They're a
fortune.
terrifying beast.
think so?
When you think about it. I mean, they're not because they've
beautiful
been
beast.
made.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
but I'm saying if you think about the sheer force of them, it could kill you with one kick.
They're gentle giants.
How do you mean? Oh, it's true, I guess. But it doesn't happen much. I mean,
Well,
I guess.
All it takes is once.
That's true. That's true.
One kick.
What else, Dave?
Let's see. Oh, by the way, back to the. I don't know if you were alluding to. I thought you said something. Oh, it was Rappaport. Did you see Za last night delete a tweet?
Oh, what happened? I saw he was tweeting. He was at Riggs' thing, right?
Yeah. So people were saying basically he was drunk tweeting last night.
I'm sure he was.
And I saw a deleted tweet, and I'm hoping this is the accurate.
Is it less drinks for him to get drunk?
Oh, definitely.
Has to
I would
be,
imagine.
right?
Yeah.
But if you have a tolerance, though, no? Does it?
Sure, you could build up a top, but still, I would think if he were.
So you think Matt Roloff, when he got
6
his
feet tall.
DUI, had like one sip of beer or something?
No, I will. I don't know what his tolerance
But
is.
he probably weighs what? What do you think he weighs?
How about Matt Roloff versus Zod or Rough and Rowdy? I'd watch that.
Yeah, he probably has the most.
How about Zach Roloff? He's a weightlifter.
Might be a good fight.
I'd root for Zod.
Is that fair for Za?
Zod's a pretty jacked guy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So this is the tweet that was deleted, I think.
Why are you trying to cancel this guy?
I'm trying to cancel. This is just a little.
Let's ruin his life.
I like that's true. I like Za a lot. He's a very nice guy.
It's just the word rape.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm not trying to cancel him. He's accusing other people of trying to cancel him.
Oh well, go ahead.
Say not me.
Okay, we'll defend him.
It's mad. They trying to get me out of the classic. Yet I'm the man there, so it will be a mistake. See what they'll do. They're so mad. All the reviews say I'm the best. Lol.
Is that a Jerry tweet?
I don't think so.
So wait a minute. Let me hear that again. Slow it down for me.
It's mad.
It's mad.
They try.
That means it's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
They trying to get me out of the classic.
They trying to get me out of the classic.
Yep.
Meaning, who are they?
I would say
Riggs and
You think it's
crew?
a Riggs operation?
I would assume.
Riggs
right?
Riggs was there. No one else was there yesterday, right? Like Trent.
You think Riggs is busy with Mr. Ice? And
Trent's
he's
at the
not?
PGA Championship, right?
Trent is at the PGA Championship. Danny's at the PGA Championship.
Yep.
I don't know where Frankie is.
Frankie seemed to be at the PGA Championship.
Riggs playing slapdick with his brother. I saw yesterday. Again, annoyed me because I'm texting him about the first round of the tournament. He's like, I haven't watched any yet because he's playing this stupid golf at this tournament,
Yeah,
and he's trying to.
But he stayed up till 2:00 in the morning watching the overtime Panthers game last night.
Yeah,
talking
he's
to Elio, I bet.
trying to get Za canceled.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Jesus, a lot going on.
So I don't know. It seems
That was
like,
his tweet?
Yeah, he basically says it seems like Barstool people are trying to get him out of doing the classic.
And they canceled it. I mean, I beg your pardon. He deleted
That's what
it.
he's claiming. He deleted it. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I actually disagree. I don't find it that interesting.
No? He seems like a lively force.
He tweeted something with a bunch of misspellings when he was shit-faced and he deleted it.
This is a misspelling. It's
Or
perfectly typed.
poor grammar.
I
whatever.
like good gossip though. If somebody's trying to who at bar, you think that's you only gets live events. Lisa,
So they bring like the people who don't.
she's there, I'm sure.
Like he doesn't golf. I don't
Right.
believe. He just kind of like.
They bring a lot of the B or C listers to these events. I've noticed.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes. Right? I mean, I think so. Isn't that fair to say?
Yeah, but I just know Za's consistently been there. Almost
Za's
since
a
day
great
one.
guy. Every time I met Za, I have nothing but good. So I'm going to defend him on this. If Riggs is trying to cancel him, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I don't know if Riggs is doing that or
It
not.
seems beneath
I'd hate
Riggs.
to see it.
Nothing's beneath Riggs, but it would surprise me because I think he likes Za. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Are you defending Za because he's the same height as your dad?
No,
Dude, Za's much
I'm just
taller.
defending Za because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, we think. What if he's doing something that deserves to be trying to get a mad canceled thing?
I don't know what that would be.
Okay.
It's too far fetched for me.
Well, I
to
see
think
Za in New York on Monday.
I believe so.
I'll ask
I hope
him.
So.
I'll
yeah.
get to the bottom of it. No problem. I can handle that for you.
Good.
What else?
You're planning to talk to Dave Portnoy on Monday. You said right.
It's scheduled. Yeah. Why?
All right. Just making sure. That's what the plan.
Number 3 story on the list.
A little forward tease. That's all. That's how we do it. They tell you to say that a
Yeah,
bunch
he
of
told
times.
me his May looks pretty good. So we, which I thought that the other day. That might be the craziest moment in show history. not like normal. Like I brought Harry the other day to the dentist for his checkup, and when it was done, we went in. This is what I thought of it. We went in and everything was fine, all good. So it was 6 months is the next appointment. Now, actually looking at the calendar, I thought of Steve saying that.
Yeah.
To the last person on earth who would have any fucking idea what he's doing in October.
It's not that crazy,
It's funny
I
we said it
guess.
too. It's just
But
a funny-
yeah, but just the way Dave pointed it out.
But it's also,
the
like,
month?
it's also like we just had him. It'd be like if Dan called or something. We're like, yeah, how's it looking? Like,
July.
how's your August looking?
Yeah.
Does he say, how's your October looking?
Yeah, what's October looking like? I believe was the exact quote.
Fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. What else?
This 670 the score in Chicago thing that was going on. Did you hear this?
Oh, yeah.
This little beef that went on.
Oh, yes.
I guess
What's
some
going-
conservative radio hosts just kind of talk shit about 670 the score, which is a sports station. And the producer always said it's a joke, like I'll bone your mom or something
Right,
like that.
yeah.
They had to come out yesterday and apologize.
Oh, my mother's dead.
Yes. Unbelievable. We have it?
That's Julie DeCaro's old station, by the way.
Correct. Julie DeCaro, I saw it. Julie DeCaro, I follow all those anti-Julie DeCaro sites on Twitter.
Sure.
And they had a bunch of tweets of her yesterday wearing some sort of, what's that thing you put in your face if you're tweeting? Like fake
The filters.
filters or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It was looking horrifying.
Well, they like to repurpose old ones.
Oh,
quite often.
very funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. I'll have sex with your mother. Dan Proft, you bring your mother over here, I'll bone her.
That's kind of funny here on the radio.
I mean, I tweeted out, it's literally a Seinfeld line.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I had sex with your wife.
Right.
His wife's in a coma.
At the beginning of the Dennis Kelly, some guy yelled at me and I said I was going to bang his wife at his funeral or something. I was going to put him on the casket.
I think you're going to bounce something, bounce a ball on the
yeah,
casket.
should be bouncing on the casket. But it's fun. It's funny. It's stupid. It's not real.
He doesn't know his mother. Why?
This pussy had to apologize for this?
What were we gonna do? Ejaculate on a dead corpse at Rough and Rowdy? What was that one?
Probably. I don't know. You know what? I apologize for that. Yeah. Mike, I apologize that you're having sex with your mother.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I
I've always been a little
I'm not
offended.
going to say what the word was your mom was doing to you at that age because you can't say it here, but I think it's something you should look at later.
I emailed Erica when I saw this. I was like, hello, people.
Yes, I mean, really, Jesus. God.
I feel horrible. Last week
Oh, man. What a different energy.
The poor guy. Poor bastard. I mean, I want to kill him, but he's probably, is he a host or is he
It's a producer.
Oh
That's
my
it,
God.
yeah.
He's making no money. He's on an
30,000 a
AM
year or something,
station.
yeah.
It's like 28 grand a year and he's sitting there, has to beg for his, go ahead.
immature joke and offended a lot of people. I am better than that. I hate sitting here, and I've hated sitting here for the last week knowing that I made anyone feel less than.
I just love that there's no noise in the background. That's what I like best. It's so solemn.
I say this every fucking day. Why does it have to be this tone? Why does it?
Who is he talking about? Who is he criticizing?
A conservative radio host, Dan Proft or something like
you
that.
You can never go wrong
right?
making fun of a Republican. That's like rule number one.
True.
You don't get in trouble for that. Is a white Republican guy?
Yeah. Dan Proft.
You can't. What? You don't get in trouble for that. Yeah. Jesus, God, I love these guys.
We love you, man. Thank you for those feelings towards us. That part.
We'll remember you fondly.
Look, we've all talked, I think, and learned a lot in the past few days.
Yeah, we've all fucked his mom, so we kind of all collaboratively have all done that.
I would love to be there. Just be like, what? What do you mean? What have we learned? For example, just for instance.
Oh wait, you mean he didn't have sex with his mom? Really? Oh, I thought he did. Oh, that's weird.
And that's one thing.
Yeah. Oh, strange. Oh, I've learned, this. Oh God, the meetings this guy had to go through. And I'm sure he's in some.
It's an odyssey. They had to
training.
do so many of those.
Oh, is that Odyssey or no?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, jeez, that's gonna fuck their stock up like big time.
Well, they're all guilty because they lauged. Don't forget.
Yo, no,
they're all. They all
they're
have
going
some
to training
part
too, for sure. The other guys.
Oh yeah, that show will go to training, and it'll be like, what if he did have? What if they had consensual sex though? Like, I don't understand.
Right. That's interesting.
That's a compliment, right? If he's
is his mom dead?
I don't know.
Yeah, sadly.
Oh, is she? Oh, that's funny.
I guess
that makes it funnier, honestly.
You don't joke about necrophilia.
No. Oh, what else going
on? Did you see I saw you tweet about the Whitlock column, which
Unbelievable.
was just absurd.
I don't even know. I thought it was a parody. But I don't think Whitlock is capable of that sense of humor.
Everything about him right now is about masculinity. You have to be a man.
How much? So McAfee, obviously, I saw McAfee is rattled by this whole thing. You saw him yesterday. He's crying, basically.
The Whitlock article specifically?
No, just in general. He's like, I didn't realize that the people, I don't know what McAfee's thing was before, but he's clearly going to change. You go to Disney, you're going to be a different, show's going to be different.
Yeah, well, he's not like, I saw Glenn tweet about this. He's not edgy. It's
not this show.
Right. Once or twice.
He won't curse as much, maybe?
Right.
That's about it.
It's going to be as boring as ever. Yeah. So, but he was clearly rattled, the clip I saw. So Whitlock wrote this insane story, like insane.
But can I say though, I was just surprised you reacted just because isn't he just looking for a reaction? You're just saying insane shit.
No, but it's just funny. I mean, I'm offended by it, but I just think
I'm saying, do you think that's real? Like, do you think he believes this?
No way. He doesn't.
That's what I wonder.
No.
How can anybody believe that?
Does Whitlock believe this?
Yeah.
He's off the deep end.
That's what I'm saying. Is he that guy now, or is it he knows what he's doing?
He's trolling.
But the Republican idiots don't believe that, like that hardcore crew. They don't believe him, right? Like nobody really believes it.
I think some people do. People rally around it for sure.
Because Disney, what do you say? Disney's cult of sex and racial.
Well, yes. I'll tell you that Crowder thing when he's telling his wife, like, watch it.
Yeah.
Most people were like, what a fucking idiot. But his fans were like, that's how you keep your fucking bitch in line, man. You know, that's how you do it.
Well, something to that. But he kept saying, like, and Whitlock, who's a big Republican, right? He's mad that a guy is being essentially a capitalist. He's just getting the better deal for himself every chance he can.
He just hates ESPN.
Did Whitlock,
right, yeah,
did Whitlock leave ESPN on his own, or was he fired?
I think he was fired.
I think he probably fired.
Okay. So, I mean, he could have left ESPN, the patriarchy or whatever the
So
fuck
he's saying he was
it.
at Barstool. He left when FanDuel paid him a shitload of money. He then left a shitload of money to go to ESPN to make more money.
That's what girls do.
He joined the groomers, the makers of cartoons and movies intended to sexually manipulate the identities and worldview of children. He joined the Race Baiters, a sports division that specializes in stirring racial division. It's arguably the weakest and most disappointing move in the history of sports.
What?
Jesus. Yo, you gonna read this? It gets better. It makes LeBron's decision to take his talents to South Beach seem as courageous as storming the beaches of Normandy. But let's not stop at sports. McAfee's cowardice rivals General William Hull's 1812 decision to surrender Fort Detroit to a small band of British soldiers and Indians.
See, that's what I mean. If he's trying to be funny, that's funny.
But I don't think he is. I actually don't think he is.
I'm not going to allow him to get away with this. This is as cowardly an act.
Get away with it.
Can he come on with us? See if he wants to join us right now.
Let's see.
Get away with it. Should he be arrested?
I don't understand. He's making like. I don't. The extreme right would know way better than me. They can. Are you a right winger, Brian?
I lean a little bit to the right.
What is it about cartoons? Like, because there's gay characters in Disney films or something now?
I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, they are kind of forcing that shit down your throat.
Yeah.
To some extent at Disney.
I guess.
It doesn't mean that should affect every fucking person who wants to make a deal with a Disney-owned entity.
Pat McAfee is a meathead. Do you think he gives two shits about that? Or his audience that gay people kissed in Star Wars, or that there's a gay?
No.
I mean, it's
no. The only thing I think
it's going to hurt. If it hurts the company's bottom line, fine.
The only thing I think is what we talked about the last show, and then Rima wrote about it. Is Disney just laid off a shit ton of fucking people, and now Pat McAfee's jumping in and he's getting $10 million.
Yeah, but I've never really.
I think there's
that.
an argument there.
Money,
more so,
you got to spend money to make money.
It could, right? Yeah, those people evidently weren't making enough money for them.
Some blogger who's covering the Bucks is not making them any money.
I'm just saying.
Pat McAfee will make the company. He may not make them as much as they're investing in him, but he will make them money.
Well, he has to. I mean, he's leaving $30 million a year. For potentially 10.
Yeah, because he likes gay cartoons. That's why. He's gay.
That's where you get into trouble too, is where you have I get that argument, hey, Apple fucking has slaves and they're being
day. Yeah, I mean we can. Right.
But yeah, every employee has to answer for every corporation now.
Right. I mean, who funds the Blaze? Who's everybody funds the Blaze? Do we know?
It's a good question.
Have we looked into their finances? Do we know what they've done, what they haven't done? I have no idea. Right. So I mean, that just felt so fake over Pat McAfee, who's a dummy.
I won't let him get away with it.
Fucking punter meathead idiots, borderline brain dead. Congratulations on the success, but Jesus Christ.
This guy was on the sports reporters. This guy was like
Whitlock?
Yeah, he was
a big
ultimate sporto. It just seems aggressive.
That's again though.
Same as Clay Travis. It's a gig. He just he's. What's that, Mike?
To equate it to censorship. He's I don't like where Pat McAfee's working, so I want to stop it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's different than censorship in a way, but it's the same kind of philosophy.
Somebody a Jerry tweet yesterday. I guess I always get this confused. Which beer did Dylan Mulvaney advertise with?
Bud Light.
Bud Light. They were doing them in Boston yesterday, or giving them away.
I heard something about
Jerry's where are they doing that? He was going to storm the bar, storm the beaches, shooting them.
Let's go, Ironhead.
What do you fucking care? You've won this one. Jesus Christ.
Jerry storming in with Montante and Craig behind him.
I mean, Jesus God.
That was a wild miscalculation in marketing, though. It seems like everybody is now reporting down 27%.
Oh, totally. No, that's what we said. Hey, look, you got to try and get a new audience, but this one, yeah, but I mean, clearly this was a miss. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Which happens. I mean,
And now they're going to clearly do corny things to try to make it back up, right? They're going to make a special bottle that's the American flag or something like that.
They've done that before. It used to. They changed their name to America for a month.
Yeah.
In 8 years from now, it'll won't mean anything.
Exactly.
But who knows? What else?
People kept sending it to us yesterday. By the way, Saco Drive-In opens May 26th. We'll open for the summer.
I'm sorry, when?
May 26th.
Oh, yeah?
Next
great.
week, right? Yeah,
maybe we'll go in the fall. We'll see. We got a lot going on the next few months, so we'll see what's happening.
Is it the same ownership?
No. Aquaboggan
owns it. Yeah, the Steve's place.
Steve's got a slice.
Yeah. Steve's excited.
The family-friendly Aquaboggan.
Oh,
yeah.
What a deal.
Mike had a good time out there, right?
Oh, is that where you were?
I sure did.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, they have a Aquaboggan. I'm an Aquaboggan guy. I got no problem doing that. Yeah, good for that. I don't know how. It's got to be way smaller though. The parking lot is way smaller.
I think they kept every.
Yeah, the parking lot was
screen,
relatively big.
What's that? It's probably less cars.
For sure less cars. They have a enormous field at the old side. I forget what they put in there, but enormous field.
There's another drive-in in Maine that's up for sale. I think it's $400,000 if you're interested.
$400,000?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Screen and all, projector comes with it.
Really?
It's operational right now.
Where is it?
Yeah. Is it? Well, I can't pronounce it. Skohagen.
Oh, it's out there?
Whatever. Yeah, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe. It could be a good Maine wire place.
Yeah.
Sure.
Screen
headquarters.
Right-wing propaganda stuff and bring their people in, I guess. I don't know. Sure, yeah, we'll take a look at that. Great, fantastic. Yeah. What else?
Did you get proven right with the Harry and Meghan thing?
Mm-hmm.
Is that completely just fabricated? Right.
What?
I just
it's the biggest hoax of all time.
I saw the taxi cab driver say it was a 2-minute thing with
Dave,
flashes.
how could it be a 2-hour race through Manhattan and nobody recorded?
It just
with famous people. What do you?
It sounds very your take is obviously rational, but why wouldn't the entire world just be this is the dumbest thing?
That's what the entire world is saying.
I don't think so. I don't think the New York Times is saying that right now.
The New York Times is never going to write that. Real people.
If shit is that obvious,
Dave, what fucking planet do you live on? You think the New York Times is going to suddenly go the opposite way?
You can't just blatantly lie. If a taxi cab driver, you shouldn't be.
You're right. You shouldn't be, but you do. What are you, a fucking child?
I guarantee you, if you go on the street,
I don't understand.
Yeah, but if you go on the street right now, other people they're not going to say oh, it was really nothing. They actually were followed. They're going to treat it just as seriously.
I completely disagree with that. No person I've spoken to about this believes that it's real. Nobody.
Oh, I don't
Do
know
you,
about
Mike?
that.
I like thinking of when you guys are in New York. Dave just stands at the New York Times headquarters. I trusted you guys. I can't believe you.
What planet
It's
do you
so-
live
it's
on?
just so
Nobody
egregious.
thinks it's real. Nobody.
Not 2 hours. It can't be. It's just physically impossible in New York City to
I'm
do
sure
something
some
like
car might have darted in front of him. Paparazzi suck.
They're probably being followed, but they weren't being chased like
For
a
2
high-speed
hours
chase.
in Manhattan? You know how much? Have you ever been to Manhattan, Dave?
I have.
2 hours driving around
I know-
Manhattan,
I know
high
it
speed
didn't
chase
happen.
would be all over the news if it was involving Meghan Markle and Harry. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, we'd at least have a video of it.
I think the coverage has been pretty extreme. Like I think it's been everywhere. It's in every publication.
No,
that
do you
they were
understand
chased
what I'm
by
saying?
Yeah, but you're saying.
Okay, where's the video? Where's the one video of it?
There's
It's been
not
2
one video.
days.
There's not
Okay,
one video.
so it didn't happen.
Oh,
Whoa.
What are we
someone's
doing?
got the video.
Is that Paul again or no?
No, that was a friend of the show.
Who? No. Hello.
Oh, hey, Mike. Thanks for taking my call. Rico on the call phone here. I heard you had a guest on, Cullinane. Maybe he's your producer. He said that you can't blatantly lie. Can you do me a favor and go through the glass and have him tell that Mrs. Robinson story and also that story about when he almost got shot down with the rub and tug, maybe? I'll hang up and listen.
Well,
I'll hang up.
thank you.
I'll
Colin.
I'll hang up and listen. I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
I'll say this: I'm starting not to believe that teacher story, Dave.
That's hurtful.
After
No,
that,
nobody does.
That's
No one ever
hurtful. I mean, if you, I don't understand. What is your argument on this? God, you make me fucking. What
My
are you
argument
talking
is that
about?
it is absolutely not possible that happened whatsoever.
So where do we disagree then?
And publications like the New York Times should it should be chaos
Are
pointing
you
out.
in third grade? Are you in third grade?
No, but
No shit, stupid.
This whole media bias thing, it should be chaos saying it didn't happen. So
Okay,
fuck
Dave.
you. Don't write about it like
but
that.
there is media bias on both
I
sides.
know, but it's so I don't know. It's just so egregious.
Dave, why don't you retire then and fucking fish? What do you want me to say? This is the way the world is. Watch your dog shit in the backyard. This is the way the world goes.
I will say, though, to the chaos point, I don't know if it was still happening when Brian walked in, but there was an angry mob sprinting down the street when I came in.
Yeah, well, look, people are knocking on the doors.
There is
here.
chaos.
I mean, what do you mean, Dave? If I went in the street and asked people, they would believe. If I
I think
laid
they
out,
would say yeah, I heard about the paparazzi chasing them. Oh my god, that sucks.
Oh,
Fuck.
that's true.
What's different?
I agree with that.
But anybody read the story, nobody would believe it.
But 95% of people don't really. They just look at the
They
headlines.
see a headline like, oh, holy shit.
But then what? Who cares? What are they going to change the world? So
No,
what?
but that's my point. Is they should at some point those people need to be notified.
They
that
should
this
be
really
arrested,
didn't
Meghan
fucking-
Markle,
That this really didn't
Harry for
happen.
this? Like, what do you want? The NYPD was basically laughing at them. They're like, this definitely didn't happen.
And the guy said the taxi cab driver said it basically didn't happen.
Did it come directly from that? Like, are they quoted?
Their security
Or was it?
team. I mean,
Yeah,
they're not going to say it.
That's what I was asking.
But they also want to seem like they are going through like what his mom went through.
That's fucking.
That's
gross.
great.
Don't you think?
That's
gross.
great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that what it is? Like,
Yeah.
she's going to do. They'll play clips of this probably on our podcast, and she'll be like she'll call it like a death threat or something. I went through this and I went through that, and oh my god, and they'll have whoever on.
But how fucked up do you have to be if you're him and allow that?
He's the biggest pussy on earth. Fuck. Like he is. He's just. I'm sure he's a sweet guy. I appreciate his service, but he seems like a giant pussy who will eventually divorce her at some point. He will. That's guaranteed.
I always think this about massive lies like that. Like I get exaggerating or even like believing, like thinking it was bigger in your mind than actually happened. What I don't get is like just out of thin air. Is that completely like they weren't chased by a car? And just one day they were like, "Hey, this happened."
I think something happened and they exaggerated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think a couple people with cameras followed them on bikes or whatever.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure
when
they
they were
sucked.
stopped,
I
they were
have no
stopped
doubt
at a
about
light.
that.
They took pictures. That's
Yeah.
all.
No
I'm
question.
sure they never dealt with that before. Someone taking their phone out and filming.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it sucks. I'm sure somebody was an asshole, but they said it was near catastrophic and near death. And like, well, no, that probably didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oof, these golf picks. Rhone. Ricky's 2 over this round. Then you got Riggsy taking John Rahm as the favorite. He's going to miss the cut. Rough. It's rough.
What's he at right now?
It's +6 after yesterday's round. It was a bloodbath out there yesterday.
Wow.
So who's our new advertiser? Who we have?
That is Rhone.
That's the apparel company?
Yes.
Oh, they're with us.
They met the guy from Barstool.
I think he's doing a live show in Boston, I believe.
Right.
So who do we have here? What is this exactly, Dave?
It is a men's apparel company.
A men's apparel company.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm interested.
Let me see here. Okay, I'll see some golf stuff. That's nice. 4-way stretch fabric, breathability and flexibility leaves you free to enjoy what life throws your way from your commute to your work to your 18 holes of golf. Mobility is everything. Anti-odor technology, smelling fresh and clean all day long. They have the commuter collection as well. For back and forth to work, get you through any workday and straight into whatever comes next. Use my name, Kirk, at rhone.com/Kirk, rhone.com/Kirk. You get 20% off right away with that promo code, rhone.com/Kirk. You never have to worry about what to wear when you have the commuter collection. There's product for every occasion, especially for those 18 holes of golf. I like that. Mobility is everything. rhone.com/Kirk. That's rhone.com/Kirk. So there you go. Make sure we do Miltons here in a minute. What else is going on?
Did you read that Sports Illustrated story about Brett Favre the other day?
I did not.
They're treating it like it's like revolutionary, like new information is all inside of it about Brett Favre and the whole welfare scandal. Nothing new. We knew he was texting people trying to use welfare money to.
Oh, Real Sports did a really good job on it. He's clearly a scumbag.
Yeah,
like he should be in jail.
But they're treating it like there's new information. I don't know if you read it. That doesn't seem to be like.
I did not. I did not. Who wrote it?
Let's see. I think it's Rosenberg, Michael Rosenberg.
Oh yeah.
That's
okay. No, I have not read it. Is it? No, I did not. I was too busy looking at Martha Stewart
and Barbara Corcoran, who
people sent us that picture.
Did the pictures like that? Yeah.
She did?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, go check those out.
Where on Twitter?
Yeah, I believe she put it on her Twitter.
I follow her on Twitter. The show just got picked up for its 15th season, by the way. Congratulations.
Excellent.
Nice to celebrate with one of them. That's not going to happen. Barbara Corcoran. She's younger than Martha Stewart?
Got to be.
She hasn't tweeted in a while. Where is this?
It's at least on Instagram.
How's she looking?
She looks great.
Store-bought or what?
Oh, I don't know.
You mean you don't know?
Probably a little enhancement.
I would think so. She's always said she's a bunch of work done on her face.
Yeah.
I like Barbara. I like that she has the worst excuses not to buy.
Yes. It's not because I don't have money. That I assure you.
Like, I just don't. I don't like what you're wearing. I don't. I can't. Instagram, you think?
Yeah, definitely on Instagram then. We got tagged in a couple of them.
74. Oh, here it is. Barbara Corcoran. Oh yeah, I was tagged on there. Oh, that's a light reenactor, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but she's trying to. She's trying.
She's got that face that just doesn't move, huh? He's got that surprised look. On your face.
Plasticized.
Yeah. What's your story, Brian? Man, a few words, which I like.
I'm a 36-year-old male.
Okay, what do you do for a living?
I'm a dentist.
You're a dentist?
Yes.
Oh, God. Do you punch your patients in the stomach?
Sometimes.
Do you choke them?
Try not to.
Okay. Yeah, when they're out, what's the difference?
Yeah, once they're out.
That was my excuse. Really? You're a dentist or you're a doctor?
Yes.
Dr. Brian?
Yeah.
Where do you practice?
In Connecticut, outside of Hartford.
Oh, okay. Nice. How long have you been doing that for? You're a young dentist.
Yeah, 8 years now.
You have your own practice?
Yes.
Oh, look at you. You're doing well then, no?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah? How many how many people work for you?
We have 14 employees.
Okay. Kids, adults?
We see kids and adults, yeah.
Oh, all right.
I try to send the bad ones to the specialists, the bad kids. But
you get bad kids or no?
Yeah, if they have behavioral issues, we send them out, we refer them. But
okay.
we treat the good ones.
Okay, that's a reasonable way to do it. Huh. Any questions for the dentist, Dave? Or no?
It just takes the easy clients, huh?
Yeah. I take everybody. It's open to everybody.
Don't you want to challenge, damn it?
Yeah. She just wants the easy money, it seems like.
No,
quite a decision to make. You're going to do that for a living because that's a job that nobody wants to go there.
Yeah.
Everybody's even the people who don't hate the experience, no one's ever happy to be at the dentist.
Trust me, I deal with that. I deal with that anxiety every day.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How do you?
I listen to this show.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
While you're there, you guys have playing on the.
I do. Yeah.
Good.
We're yelling rape, and people are like, "Could you turn that down, sir?"
Jesus Christ. Your son's trying to get his. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Married, kids?
I'm going to be married in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks?
Yes.
Wow. Where are you getting married?
Simsbury, Connecticut, at a restaurant.
Oh, nice. Yeah. How many?
Very small. Very small.
Oh, really? How come?
I mean, I would have liked to have eloped if it was up to me, but my girlfriend wouldn't allow it.
Okay. You're. How long have you been with her for?
About 4 years.
4 years. Okay. That's exciting. What does she do?
She's a pharmacist.
Oh, all right. 2 weeks from now. You nervous?
A little nervous, yeah.
Yeah. Where are you going? You're not doing a honeymoon right after, right?
No. We have nothing planned right now.
Nothing planned?
No.
Oh, okay. Where'd you meet her?
Online.
On the computer?
Yeah.
Huh. And love bloomed. What are you laughing at?
The computer.
Oh, that's what you met, right? What the hell it is. Yeah.
So you met your woman, right?
That's how you met Alba there, right?
Yes, on the internet.
computer.
Yeah,
Of course. The library, the computer.
Yeah,
That's how you do it these days.
Huh. Well, that's great.
There's no emotion to this guy. Well, yeah, I'm getting married.
I know. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
You didn't really like introduce him at all. Like, we didn't talk to him. So every time he's spoken, I'll just hear. I'm like, whoa.
It's a weird start.
Mike likes a proper introduction. It's a very formal wedding. How many people are in the wedding party?
We're not doing a wedding.
Oh, so it's really that
Yeah,
small.
it's 30 people. I'm just having my immediate family.
That's why I wasn't invited.
Yeah.
You want to call a name there? He's Mr. Weddings.
I do, actually.
Love weddings.
Dave, you're
Loves
going to go?
weddings.
Sure.
It feels like it's not going to be that kind of scene, though.
No, but I'll make it that kind
So it's like a dinner after.
I
or
could
something?
see Cullinane in a Wedding Crashers.
You could be any
him
scene
and
you
Owen
want.
Wilson.
The poster, yeah. Oh, that's exciting. That's good. Okay, so your parents will be there? Or?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
So is
Yours
it just
will?
like go in for the wedding and out? There's no, like, is there a rehearsal dinner the night before? Or is
No rehearsal dinner. We're doing a ceremony.
Who's doing the ceremony? Who's officiating the ceremony?
A good friend of mine, actually.
Okay, so it's not a religious ceremony.
No.
Okay, good. Or whatever. Okay.
Is she okay with this?
No, she wanted a small wedding too. She's
Well, you wanted
she's
to
on board.
elope. I think you wanted to elope. She wanted a medium-sized wedding. You met in the middle.
Compromised. That's good though.
That's about right.
Which is
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
reasonable. 30 people. That sounds great to me.
Yeah.
And you don't need. It's not like you need people sending you fucking.
No, I don't need
checks or
gifts. I
blenders
don't
or
need
shit.
any of that.
No
Just-
gifts.
I don't want any. I mean, I'm sure I'll get some.
Yeah,
but
yeah. You don't have a obviously no register or any registry.
No,
for that. Yeah.
no,
What's
not
that,
doing
Mike?
any of that.
I like this. I just found out we're going to a wedding in August, and I just found out that we're not invited to the ceremony, the reception, whatever the fuck, the church thing.
Yeah.
We are only invited to the fun part. We don't have to go to church and sit there.
That's
kind of nice.
That's a
That's a good
win-win.
way to do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
stretching the fun part of it, but yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yes, yeah, the least painful. Part
Yeah.
of it. Yeah. Go ahead, Dave. Hello.
Hey, Dennis Brian, it's Chase Cullinane.
Hey, Chase. How are you?
Do you have time for a quick question?
Sure. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, this is for Dentist Brian.
Oh.
In terms of toothpaste brands, I know the big ones, Crest and Colgate, but my grandma Kelly, she dips my toothbrush in Kahlua. Is that safe? Is that safe for me?
That's okay.
It's good. It's good for your enamel.
Okay.
Yeah, keep using it.
I mean, listen, nothing can be worse than doing fucking gymnastics, right?
No. You said it, Chase. You said
Absolutely.
Thanks for calling.
That kid's got a real mouth on it.
Okay.
Bye, Chase. See you, buddy.
Bye, Chase.
Okay, I gotta go wake up grandma.
With it.
Wow. Chase. Good to hear. I haven't heard from Chase in a while. What else, Dave?
Nothing overly exciting for stories, unfortunately.
No?
Nothing really, no.
Let's go on playmike.net. I just saw something popped up on my feed.
Brian liked Mike's new intro, I think.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, we all.
What's wrong with it?
I mean, I definitely have heard it. What is it?
I'm a little concerned.
Oh, this part has been eliminated.
Oh, it's already gone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't care for that either.
The Simpsons one came up my feed yesterday. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah. My buddy Carl was on the Patreon episode of Why You Laughing. That'll be out next week. Jerky Boys just came out yesterday, the free episode, and Blind Mike Project will be. We did it live on Wednesday, just on Patreon, but it'll be up at 2:30 this afternoon.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So if you're watching on YouTube, go subscribe to Blind Mike Project.
Yes, please go do that. Go subscribe to Blind Mike.
Oh, and we're one away from 650, I think.
Oh, is that right?
When I walked in here, so get us over the hump.
I bet you it's more than 99% of the people have on Patreon.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's not. I'm satisfied with it.
That's a good number.
Yeah,
it's a good number.
Yeah.
Oof, Hal and Flynn were bitching away yesterday about Springsteen's set list on About the Brave.
Oh, really?
Not happy. Not happy with Bruce in Europe. Oh, my goodness. I almost to the point where Flynn, who's the more cynical of the two, I'm wondering if he's going to leave the podcast.
Really?
Yes.
It creates an opportunity.
Yeah, that's true.
Boy, are there any duos that can work together?
It's a great question.
It never works out.
You're right about that. Yeah, it's true. Although Touch and Rich, are they working together all week or no?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, that went away. Huh?
Good for them.
Yeah.
I guess. Jeez.
Well, not Monday, so not all week, I guess.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, you're 4 days together. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Any show questions or games or thoughts or anything, Dentist Brian?
I did bring a game.
You brought a game.
I did.
Brian
I did.
looks like a Cullinane a little bit.
Was that right?
Does a little bit.
Like he could be related, you mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
I guess.
I don't think
He's wearing very short shorts.
They're not that short.
Boy, where I can almost see a testicle.
Really?
Yes.
They're not that big.
You've heard her on The Office like this?
No, I have my scrubs on.
Okay. Oh, shit.
That does remind me when Sneakers was in here before the show. I think the first thing he said is, "You can't see my ball bag, can you?" It's like, Jesus.
Oh, that guy. It's always a laugh.
There's a lot of laughs.
Yes. You have a game.
I do. I'm not a creative guy, so
You know.
I
don't say that.
Is it music worthy or no?
Yeah, I would put the music on. I stole a game from someone who's no longer with us. I hope that's okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. The drip. Yeah, I saw he died at surgery yesterday. I was happy to see.
No, Mr. Barstool.
Oh, okay. Boy, was I hoping he would die yesterday when I saw that. Did you see that tweet, Dave?
I did.
You said Jesus Christ. Now, is that because you were so overwhelmed?
Yes, definitely. That's
Okay,
why.
all right.
Absolutely. I was stunned. I also thought, is it really necessary to tweet that out?
Yes.
No.
Before surgery?
No.
Yes,
Absolutely
Dave?
not.
No, it's not.
Attention, Minifans.
Is that really weird?
Was this unexpected, or did we know about this?
I don't even know what's going on. Does he have cancer? Hope?
Do you think we check in with him and just like?
I don't know. He's fucking. I assume he messaged with all those people. I don't
What are you
know.
doing tomorrow? No, I have no idea what's going
I
on.
hope he's all right.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Seems like a good guy.
He is a
He's
good
one of
guy.
the best. So this is a Clemmer game?
It's a Clemmer game.
All right, what
It's a guess that DEC Yelp review.
Oh, I'm never against playing that game.
Sure.
All right.
Of course, got this, banned from the State Theater in Portland, but
Don't say rape, which is a staple of that game.
What's that, Dave?
That fucking guy.
Oh,
I
that
can't believe
pussy.
that.
That pussy. Yeah, you were trying to be
Of
nice.
course, like,
you were trying to be
no-
nice after the day after the show we were in. You're like, oh, I get it. You can be sensitive. It's hard. A couple months later, this guy's a giant pussy, right?
Giant fucking pussy.
One of the biggest.
I get the idea of being sensitive when you're not used to that sort of criticism or whatever. There was no criticism. Everyone booed over the criticism. No one heard it.
It's also criticism of a show that's ongoing. Like it's a recorded bit.
Directed at a different person.
Yeah, it wasn't even real.
It was said before anything happened.
It was scripted.
Idiot. I guess it's our fault. Go ahead.
All right, so I'll take the general service here. You don't have to be specific.
Okay.
There, but
Okay.
all right. It pains me to write a negative review of blank. This used to be thought of as the best.
Oh, really? Did yeah.
Not a game.
Is that bad?
Not a game.
You can't get music for a stolen game.
All right,
Yeah,
all
you
right.
can't.
This used to be thought of as the best bet in the area. Since the pandemic, it's no longer the case. It became hit or miss lately, and sometimes the staff has sounded irritated when talking to them on the phone. My last straw came this weekend. My blank started
I
vomiting.
forgot what this was and just remembered.
Guess that DC review. My blank started vomiting bile. This continued for 3 days. I called each day and they stated they did not want to see him and would only find room if he was hit by a car.
I mean, go ahead, Mike. You can go first if you want.
The survey. I have no idea, really. I'll say rental car just because you threw the car thing at the end.
My blank started vomiting bile. I remind you.
Oh.
But there's not like a national chain of a vet, right?
Well, I know. I was just asking for the general.
I was going to say whatchamacall. What's the place called?
Pediatrician. Does he have kids?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I was going to say I was thinking like a mini clinic or something. I don't know. Like a. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I thought we were like mentioning a brand, like a name.
No, it's just a general service.
Oh, what's a vet? Obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Dave got it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bolton Veterinary Hospital, Bolton, Connecticut.
Of course. What's the point of the game then?
I'm confused. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, do another one.
All right, one more.
Dave's good at
Two
this.
more. Love me some blank. Great experience.
That was worth it.
Great atmosphere. Amazing grub. This is my youngest daughter's favorite place.
Oh.
Of all things, she loves the flatbread pizza.
Okay.
During the warm weather, it's a fun place to go and eat outdoors.
Hell yeah, it is.
I normally go with the burger. It's my favorite food. I'd recommend any of them.
I just like the idea that he writes that sentence. Like,
It's my favorite food.
It's my favorite food. Just out there to the world. I like the idea of him just thinking, pausing, and just writing it.
Yelpers wonder no more.
Like some of the great writers in history have written 1 page a day on purpose. Like I wonder if he does that. He's like, there's one review today. That's it. All right, go ahead. It's my favorite food.
The entire salads are great when I feel like I'm a bit tubby and need some greens.
Self-deprecation.
Great environment and terrific for takeout. What do we think here?
Flatbread.
That could be anywhere.
So this is a regional chain. There in Connecticut. There is one in West Springfield.
Oh boy, give him
That's a hint to me. Yeah.
It's a regional chain. Because we said flatbread at first. I was thinking, Panera had flatbread there for a while.
My thought was
everybody's got the flatbread.
Chili's because they had a flatbread and burgers. Yeah.
Definitely not regional.
No.
Regional to Connecticut and
Springfield.
West Springfield. Would I know the chain in Connecticut? I've been through Connecticut many times.
You probably would.
But it's exclusive to Connecticut and West Springfield.
Correct.
Oh.
Oh.
Go ahead, Mike. West Springfield.
I don't think there's one in West Springfield, but this can't be a regional though.
What is it? What are you saying?
I was gonna say Chicago Sam's, but obviously that's got to be.
I don't think that's regional.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know. What is it?
Wooden Tap Bar and Grill.
Never heard of that.
This one's in Vernon, Connecticut.
Never heard
no?
of it.
I know Vernon, Connecticut very well. It's where Ryan's New York Deli is.
Okay. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Right off of what road is that? I forget that. Right before Hartford. All right. Give me one more.
All right. One more.
It's Tummy. T-U-M-M-Y.
No, Tubby. When I'm feeling
Tubby.
a bit tubby.
Oh,
Yeah.
When he's feeling a little tubby, he goes with the greens.
I understand that.
All right. That was not a good customer experience.
He's just never
He's
really
never
happy.
happy.
Yeah,
No,
he's
he's
just
not.
not happy.
Unless he's at a wooden tap.
Blank is overpriced, and the people there have no concept of how to work with a customer.
Jesus.
I have to say, it's my own fault.
Wow. That's a reflection. This should really just be the show.
I have to say, when you really think about it, it's my fault.
Good stuff.
He's right about that.
Yeah. I should have gone to the dealership, but it was so far overdue, I went here. When I'm really upset about this, what I'm really upset about is that they didn't reset my counter.
Oh.
This was after they made me go
I
back.
did not believe Valvoline would do that to him.
Oh, you want Valvoline?
That's incorrect. That's incorrect.
Oh, Jiffy Lube.
You got it. You got it. That's
There we
too
go.
easy, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't go. I take my car to the dealer every time with those things.
Yeah, that's the way you got to do
Well, that's what DEC learned.
You got to reset your counter. Yeah,
Got to reset it.
Ultimately, it was his fault.
Sure.
I think. Yeah. Well, there you go.
He knows that.
I don't know if it's a game or not, but it's always entertaining.
I have only myself to blame.
All right, we'll take a few calls. Poor guy. This, by the way, is officially, Dave, a bloodbath at the PGA.
Well, that'll be fun to watch then.
It will. It will. Some of my guys are,
Did they finish on time the last
They
group?
didn't, no. No.
Was there weather?
The frost delay in the morning, which Dan Katz is very critical of, which I thought was, I like Dan, but that was kind of an asshole move to these guys who are just out there trying to grind and make a living.
Sure.
They're PGA professional, like pros out there trying to play.
Yeah, there are time for jokes, but
No, that is not one of those.
This is serious.
No. If we can talk to people at Barstool, can we add frost delay to the list of words that people shouldn't be saying on the act? Because that is
drop the shtick and be a person for once, Dan. For God's sake.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, it's like we get it. You're a nice guy, and I appreciate everything you've done. I like the coffee, but you understand the PGA tournament. I don't know if you're a golf guy or not.
Big golfer, yeah.
There are not just tour pros, there are actually PGA pros out there who play in this tournament. 30 pros are playing this week.
Right.
Maybe hold yourself to that standard.
Yeah.
If you're going to talk about it.
Yeah, I think so. And now everyone's fine with Liv. It's like Liv didn't happen. Rory's like, no, what are you going to do? I'm like, well, which is it? Like, geez, now Liv guys going to play in the Ryder Cup?
Well, how long can they really fight this thing? I mean, you got to let go of it.
Luke Donald is saying that he might let Liv guys play for Europe. Luke Donald's a captain because a guy left for Liv. Stenson.
Time heals all wounds.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it's not going to get any buzz, but
I guess. I don't know.
That guy, that PGA professional who I was referencing, who was on mic or whatever walking down yesterday, I forget his name, but it's the sexiest golfer of all time. Just gets up there and fucking hits it. Just gets up. Just
You saw
rips
that
it.
Scheffler video yesterday.
I heard people talk about it. I chose not to watch.
I tweeted it. It's a disgrace.
Stupid like no divot thing or whatever.
No. The 5 minutes he took to hit that shot.
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
It's disgraceful.
Yeah,
I don't care what there's any Tiger Woods story I'm out with. I don't care.
it's worse than Cantley?
In a way, because he was right around the green. Just hit the goddamn ball.
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right. Let me tweet out, Dave?
Yeah.
I apologize.
When's Kevin Bacon coming on, by the way?
What are you asking me for?
I'm just wondering.
I don't even get the joke.
Was that Billboard chart guy's lock that he had to pull?
Congratulations, Dave. As a
just wanna-
producer of the
I just
show,
wanna know.
you
I just wanna
booked
know.
a
I'm
guest
asking a
before
question.
Billboard
I'm asking
chart
a question.
guy.
I'm asking a question. Can I ask a question around here? Anyone?
Great job, Dave.
Good
job. We don't ask questions around
You are now
here?
one ahead of Diner cast members and tied for Murders Solved with Billboard chart guy.
Just ask the
Great
questions.
job.
Just ask the
Great
questions.
job.
You're doing a good job, Dave.
Volume seems okay.
Jesus Christ. I'm getting reviews, looking online. This Fast and Furious movie is supposed to be dreadful beyond belief from the early reviews. And this movie coming out of Cannes, the Indiana Jones reviews are fucked.
I can only imagine.
But like all time.
I can only
bad.
imagine.
Like a stinker. And these people who, I'm like, exactly. I'm like, the guy's 80.
Yeah, what do you expect?
What do you,
The Shia LaBeouf one was terrible. right?
terrible.
Yeah.
Spielberg directed that one. I mean, I don't know if it's real or not, but have you seen that that dialogue has gone back and forth in the Indiana Jones thing. I guess he's arguing with what's her face, the Fleabag girl plays this like.
Okay.
What's her name? Phoebe Waller Bridges. Is that her name? You know, the girl from the woman who did Fleabag.
Yeah,
Stuff. Very, very funny show. But at one point, he's like, "Just so you know, I fought the Nazis." She's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you also like hurt indigenous people." Like that's like. Actually,
oh my god!
If it's real, it's a movie set in the '60s.
That's So I watched that A Man Named Otto or something, the Tom Hanks movie.
Was he grumpy or no?
Jerry loved the book.
As a matter of fact,
Jerry loved that. I had to read
I'll
that.
tell you what Jerry wouldn't like. So
isn't the movie just basically he just trying to kill himself the whole time?
Yeah, it's a little Gran Torino-ish.
I think this hit Mike in the right spot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it did. Well, it tugged at my heartstrings a little more than I thought it would.
Any tears, Mike? Or
no, sadly no. Yeah. But the one thing really bothered me.
One second before you say this.
God damn it.
Was he as grumpy at the end as he was in the beginning?
It's funny you asked. That's kind of the arc of it. Yeah, you've seen it then.
Maybe he's not so grumpy after that. But go ahead.
Well, there's a reason for his grumpiness, actually, as we learn.
Yes, his
but
wife died.
Yeah. So, but he's supposed to be like kind of Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino,
Just
like
weird.
a grumpy old
Tom
man.
Hanks, but yeah.
But there's a line like, this is the kind of grumpy they made him, where he's in a dispute with like a UPS driver or something, and he's referencing the brown truck.
Oh, it's in the trailer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And he goes, like one of the brown guys, and I don't mean that racially, as if he would yell that.
Some old guy's gonna say that. He was good in it though.
No, I thought the voice he chose was a little weird, but like if you're looking for
you went with like the Clint thing, right? Almost.
Yeah, it was a good sappy movie.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dave. Hello.
Kirk, what's up? It's Rico.
Oh, hey, Rico. How you doing?
Real, you're talking movies, real quick. Yeah. Is there any, what you make of this Flowers of the Dark Moon? Because they finally dropped the trailer.
The Killers of the Flower Moon?
That too, yeah.
I thought the trailer looked awesome. No?
Oh, good.
I think I don't see how there's a world where it stinks.
Well,
it's a digestible 4 hours.
I wish it was 3.5 hours. I think it's 3 hours and 48 minutes. I mean, I don't know. I have my doubts. I like the book a lot. The book's excellent. I'm optimistic. I didn't love The Irishman, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, because The Irishman was forever.
Yes.
But I mean, the cast was loaded. It had its moments, but I think if they used De Niro in the right way, but I don't know. I just think that I haven't been excited to go to a movie since Top Gun Maverick. So like, see it in the theaters.
Well, let's go. I'll go with you. We'll go.
All right.
Yeah, we're going. All
right, great. Yeah, great.
Be ready. Be ready for Monday. Just be ready.
All right, I'm dialed in.
I'll talk to you.
Oh, we should have asked him about rape. If he's allowed to say.
I don't want to put him in that position.
He's been through enough.
Come on.
Jeez.
What did he call it initially? What movie did he call it?
Killers of the Flower.
That's the name of the movie. I don't know what he called it. Who knows? Did he load up, Dave?
Load up.
All right, let's go. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
I have a Bruce question for you.
Sure.
What do you think the 3 best Bruce Springsteen songs are that appear in an album in a row?
Oh, that's a great question.
Wow.
There you go. Now we're cooking with gas.
We were playing this with different artists the other day, me and my friends, but
playing it?
Now that's a game.
What did you and your friends come up with? Not Bruce related, but like what other albums? Like what songs?
Oh God, I don't even remember what we were doing, but like we did like, this is dumb because of my age, but like Green Day was one of them.
Oh sure.
Fall Out Boy, we were doing those, like those kind of old stuff.
Nothing wrong with Green Day. I'm not a huge fan of this, but they're fine fine outfit. I would probably go. Adam raised the cane, Something in the Night, Candy's Room.
Awesome. Good luck on Monday.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That doesn't exist. When musicians release music now, is it in any sort of order?
Well, so I think some, like the older guys, I think still do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of these guys. I mean, I know Boy With You just puts out one song at a time, baby. He's just pumping those things.
What do you mean? Do they put out an album?
I guess I'm saying like back in the day, albums they were done in that order for kind of a reason, right?
Well, telling a story,
like concept albums.
Yeah.
Well, not even
though.
Like Dark Side on the Edge of Town is just a story. Like it begins here, kind of peaks, and then there's a sad spot.
Right. So that doesn't exist in any form.
Well, no.
Really.
I mean,
how
the hell would
I have to imagine they think about the order before.
I mean, how the hell would I know what like Kendrick Lamar's do? I have no fucking
right.
Maybe I don't know. Taylor Swift, maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
She performing this weekend?
She sure is.
Certainly is.
Yeah,
I heard somebody got screwed out of a ticket price on those.
I enjoyed Cullinane's. It was classic Cullinane that he went from, I'm not going to even remotely tell you who it is. And 3 seconds later, he said it was me.
Right.
And the price I paid. It took 5 seconds. I didn't care. But it took 5 seconds.
Are you surprised at this?
My brain was like, I shouldn't say it. I
It was
don't know.
crazy to listen to.
Look, you can't get me. I won't say it. You can't get me to say
No
it.
one pressured him or anything.
I won't do it. I won't do it. Hello. When's that? Sunday?
Yeah. Well, it's all weekend. I think Justin's working it. If you're there, say hello to Justin, I believe. Yeah.
The line for the merch yesterday was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I drove
Did
by.
you go?
No, I just drove by because I wanted to see it. Fucking nuts. I think it was at least.
Are you dreading this, Mike, or no?
I'm not going.
Oh, you're not going. Oh, God.
Take your friends.
No, yeah, have fun.
Enjoy. Yeah. What a nice guy I am.
Jesus, I was going to say that sounds like hell on earth.
No. I like Taylor, but I
Colleen's
couldn't
going.
go with that. Yeah.
I'll have a good time.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Kirk, it's Nicolas Cage.
Hey, Nicholas, how are you?
Good, thanks. May I ask you a trivia question?
Sure, of course you can.
All right. I was glad to hear last week that you'll be part of Barstool's broadcast of the ND5 Invitational in Glenview, Illinois.
I hope so.
Now, just 18, yeah, I hope so too. 18 miles north of Glenview, in Lake Forest, Illinois, there is a wildlife center that is the home of one water monitor lizard named Michael that I used to own. Which Michael earned his first and only major win in the 2005 U.S. Open at Pinehurst on a course where he had to monitor one water hazard?
Michael Campbell.
That's right, Kirk. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
I'd love to know how he got that. I'd like to interview him. That Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, I love to talk to Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
He's a quirky guy. Nicolas Cage, Paul Reiser today, Chase Cullinane.
Nicolas Cage just had some weird late night interview I think I read about.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
He's like purposely quirky.
Yeah.
Is he though?
Yeah, I feel like he's become like, he feels like he has to turn it on a little
They
bit.
said something like, what's the furthest memory you can
Yeah,
look back on?
he said he was in his mom's womb.
Right.
I mean, that's just purpose.
I literally just I did a Richard Lewis episode of Why You Laughing coming out in a couple weeks.
Oh, good.
And Marin asked him, where do you come from? And he said, my mother's vagina.
That's true. Hello.
Kirk, good morning. Junior North End. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
Okay. I have a comment for Blind Mike, and then I have a question for you.
Sure. One second before you ask this. Weren't you kind of disappointed in Kevin the other day, Mike?
Yeah, it was a little, I don't expect him to be like this.
It's getting a little too comfortable.
Yeah,
I
people,
think.
that's a little, like this. Let's be smart here.
It's also not his style, you know?
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
felt
He's
forced.
trying to push the edge. you know,
Right,
he's been
exactly.
doing it for a while. He's trying to push the
That's
edge.
what happens to a lot of these shock jocks.
Yeah,
Sure,
that can
sure.
happen. Go ahead,
Their ultimate
buddy.
undoing.
You have a question for Mike. Go ahead.
Mike, you're fat.
Oh, man.
Well, that's just
Damn.
come
I
on.
thought it was going to be nice.
That's
a great guy.
No place for that. Ridiculous.
All right, now, Kirk.
Oh
my
yeah.
question
Oh,
for
you're
you.
not done. Okay, yeah.
Why is every third chair that we always have in an unemployed loser? Are you
This
up
guy's a
for
dentist.
hiring
Claims
bringing
to
people
be a
in
dentist
that
anyway. Probably
contribute
not.
to society or no?
I'm
Well,
sorry.
I mean, it's a day of the week and they just come in. What do you want? Well, first of all, the guy. What did the bird guy do for a living?
Landscaper.
Landscaper.
Max has a good job, right?
Yes, these are very Julie. We know, God knows, Julie has a job. You know, this guy claims to be a dentist. Where'd you go to dental school?
UConn. And I'm on vacation there.
How old are you?
36.
So you didn't go to UConn when Mutt was there.
No, he was before my time.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Actually, I don't know if any of them have been unemployed. Like Montante has a job.
True.
Even the deadbeat there, who was his girlfriend, he has a job of some kind.
Well, not really. He's a
Well,
part-time
he's got two
security guard, a substitute teacher. He's gone away, huh?
Not with me.
Oh, really?
He'll reach out every now and then.
For what? Garden stuff?
He showed me a payment. He took a screenshot of one of his payments to whatever her name is.
Oh, good.
To show, yep.
Thank God.
It's good that he's proving it to you.
Definitely our business. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, Florida Drip. How you doing?
Yeah.
So you're all right.
Wanted to give you an update. I'm fine.
Calling from
Back
heaven?
home resting.
Where were you doing? Were you there for?
It was a neck surgery. I had a cyst that was up against a nerve in my neck.
You feel better now?
I mean, I'm sore today, but 4 to 6 weeks, I'll be back on the golf course.
Okay.
Excellent.
I was concerned. Good.
But yes, the tweet that I sent, I heard you questioning that. I had already FaceTimed my kids. I had already talked to my wife. She told me to say a prayer. So
Good.
instead, obviously, I messaged the Minifans.
Could you just put the fucking phone down and just have surgery? Just be a human being.
It's weird though, because I was actually when I saw the tweet, I was thinking, I wonder how Justin's doing today.
That's true.
And then luckily, I saw that. So
what's that, Trip?
No, it's boring. They put you in the pre-op room for like an hour and a half.
Read a book.
Surgery's ready. So
Listen to music. Do something.
I didn't bring a book. I didn't know how long it was going to take.
Jesus. Well, all right. We're really glad you're well. Thank you. I'm already bored talking for 30 seconds. Jesus. Nice guy, but God. If he had died, would anybody have cared?
I would have. He's a
You
good
would
man.
have cared?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, right.
Sent his wife flowers, you know?
Sure. Yeah. Hello.
Turk, what's going on? Just got a quick question. How many bottles of Elmer's glue do you think Mutt uses to glue those pubes on his head every month?
It's doubly funny because it's true and the dead horses. That's
Right.
fun. That's a good joke. That is a well-crafted joke right there. That is a funny joke. I mean, that hair is Dave. You're
go.
Yeah, Dave.
I'd like to see him shave it all off. I'd like to see him.
You're a shallow guy. Looks mean something to you. You
Yeah.
can't have your hair look like that.
Yeah, he's got to do something.
Why wouldn't you just shave it?
Would he be a good bald guy? Can you tell?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or honestly, do something about it. If you're that concerned about it, I personally wouldn't. But if you're that worried about it, do something about it.
What about like, when he was at EEI? Why didn't he ask to get the deal?
Well, nobody wanted to. There's not gonna, they wanted me to do it, but nobody's going to buy it if Mutt's doing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
You're limited on your options, I would think, aren't you? So you just take what you can get. If you can get Mutt, so be it.
No, even they were like, we're set. Yeah.
That makes sense, I guess.
Hello.
Hey, Kirk. Speaking of bald guys,
Mm-hmm.
did you catch any of the Charles Barkley interview with Chicklets?
I did, as a matter of fact, yeah.
Did you see what he had to say about Kevin McHale?
I did not. No, what did he say?
Kevin McHale came up during the course of the conversation.
Did he say he's the
and
best
said
player
that-
he's ever played against? Because he always says that.
Yep, best
Yeah.
player he's ever played.
Yes. Yeah, he always says that.
I have one other take.
I think he means, because like he thinks Michael Jordan's the best player ever. He played against Michael Jordan, so I think he means like McHale guarded him.
Yeah,
like against like one.
think he
directly.
means the biggest problem for him to.
Yeah, because he was a matchup nightmare for a guy like Barkley because he could guard Barkley, and there's no way Barkley could guard him. So I could see that.
The other takeaway from the interview was that RA is just really bad at questions.
That's ridiculous. He's one of the great journalists in America today. And a better player than Kevin McHale, honestly, in the basketball court. Thank you for the call.
That's right.
I'm an RA guy.
He's a good man.
Very nice guy. Hello.
Hey, Kirk. So I finished Deliver Me From Nowhere yesterday, and I had a question. I had two questions for you. One, you've probably read a lot about this topic. I thought the book was great, but for you, do you still like learn stuff when you're reading something like that, or did you kind of already know?
A lot of it I knew, but some of it I didn't know. I didn't know. Like I mentioned Warren Zanes. We taped the interview. We'll have him on. I don't know when we're going to put that up, Dave. Next week at some point.
Yeah, sounds good. It's ready to go. Yeah.
Is it ready to go?
Ready to go.
Yeah, you did all the post production on it.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm looking for the specific part here. I have the book in front of me. But no, there's definitely parts of it. Even when the parts where Springsteen talk about the songs themselves to Landau, I didn't know that stuff. That was kind of new. It was sort of a more thorough telling of something I knew. Like for example, famously, I thought that CBS Columbia did not want that record released. Like that was always the story. They were angry about it. But Zanes talks to those people and like, no, we were okay with it. Like, so I didn't know that. So yeah, I give the book like a solid A-. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. And also, I read his Petty book.
Excellent.
I think the guy's a pretty good writer.
Yeah.
But when you're thinking that when you're reading that and you're reading Deliver Me From Nowhere, is there an author similar to him? Because I'd love to try and find his type of writing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thanks for the call. Yeah, no, yeah. There's a guy, he wrote Kennedy Babylon, Kennedy Babylon 2. Excellent writer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Howie Carr.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I know
Howie Carr's not written the books. Hasn't written a book in like 4 or 5 years, Mike.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
It's been like since summer 2019. I think he's been on a hike. I don't know.
Why would you play that?
Ooh, that post interview back and forth with Warren Zanes, Dave.
Oh,
just high level stuff.
Oh, really?
High level. What's that?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Every interview has to happen.
I didn't say anything.
I know.
Yeah. Hello. He was on Marin, by the way.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. Hello.
Good morning, boys. It's Big Dick Nick from OnlyFans, a big fan of Alex Reamer.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I can confirm Alex has a bullseye on his back, but it's not from EI.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's where you're going with it. Yeah.
I use it to drop this goo all over his little creamy back. Alex Reamer, big fan. Give me a call when you get a second.
Oh, that's nice.
That is sweet.
That's romantic.
It's nice to reach out.
I wanted to ask, you guys were talking about, you said it was like cruel that Alex, something with the other Alex. And I didn't know what you're talking about. I couldn't remember what it was.
I just completely forgot about it. There was an Alex. He had broken up with another Alex.
I remember that.
And like we just called him. We just had him on the show. And like Alex, this guy wanted no part of anything.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like it was fake. I got confused. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about?
No, we were just mean to him in retrospect.
Gotcha.
And I think Alex felt bad about it.
Okay.
I think. Although Alex has he's like not a person. He doesn't feel things.
Sure.
He just
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah.
That's why I never heard the face. I was as stunned as Dave was. The catfishing.
I texted him after.
Texted who? Phil?
Reamer.
What did he say?
I had to get clarification on that because it won't leave my brain.
Did he clarify for you?
He did.
But pretty much what he said, right?
No.
What did he say?
Different person.
Was it Phil?
No.
Somebody in the
Joe
casino
Zabon?
industry?
Tell me it was Joe.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know.
That sounds about right. Hello.
Hey, Mike, it's a deadbeat. Listen, I was going to spend money that I owe my ex-girlfriend to buy your Patreon, but since you made that little comment, I'm out on it.
I was just saying so for context, so everyone knew who I meant.
Yeah, I mean, he said
it was no offense to you.
You have jobs, right?
Yes. Yeah.
My job the other night was taking care of Colin Nate's mother. You know?
Okay. That'll get you fired, pal.
Good job. Thanks for the call. Didn't Merchant to you sound a little slower the other day?
Yeah, well, I've never heard him speak.
Oh,
but I did think like he sounds very old.
Yeah, I mean, you think, Dave?
I definitely didn't think
Maybe
he
he's in the
recognized
throes
that it
of
was
the-
you. I
Call
think
him again. Let's see. I'm worried about him.
I did not call. I'm using my number. This will be my real number.
Okay.
I did not call him from my real number the other day.
Okay, go ahead. What's that, Mike?
Is this? I'm curious if this is poking the bear.
No, I don't care at this point in my life.
No, sure, but I'm just curious if this will inspire him at all.
I don't know. I mean, I'm Mr. Transgender now.
Sure.
I'll leave a message, Dave.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 6.
Oh, I guess. Oh.
6.
Do.
At the tone, please record
Good
your
enough or
message.
no?
When you've finished
Oh, a couple
recording, you may
numbers.
hang
Okay.
up or press 1 for more options.
Bob Lab Tape Kirk Minahan again, checking in, wanting you to know if you call us back in the next 30 seconds, in your hands, your right hand, I will give you 2 tickets to see Paul Reiser. Tonight in Manchester, New Hampshire, the Palace Theater, or if you'd rather go tomorrow night, Lebanon, New Hampshire, Opera House. Or you can get tickets yourself at paulreiser.com. Thank you.
I think he takes you up on that.
I think it's possible. I'd go with him.
Yeah.
I could see him being enjoying the will they or won't they the early seasons of Mad About You and then having the kid and stuff.
Be great if he called. Any chance you could get me 4? Want to take another couple?
I'd go meet him, Gabe, and Colin Ain to that show. Or Alex, maybe.
Yeah.
Alex friends with
Well,
him.
yeah, right, sure.
I can see it. Hello.
Hey, Davey, this is Elmer Pod. Davey,
Oh, boy.
you need to be very careful in the shower. You get all slippery with your semen, then you get all hot.
Who's calling?
Who's
Who's calling?
Hit your head.
Who's
this
calling?
Is Elmer Pod.
Elmer
This is Elmer Pod. Yes, You're going to get slippery with the semen and the conditioner, Davey. And you're going to crack your head. You're going to turn up like Bob Saget. You got to be careful, Davey. You don't want to die in the shower.
How do you think this is going?
I don't even quite understand any of it. Could be the greatest call ever.
That's what I mean. I'm saying, is it going as he expected?
It might have been great.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Okay. One or two more, Dave. Hello.
Hey, Jonathan and Roy, how are you?
Hey, Johnson.
Hey.
Question for the dentist.
Yes.
Dentist Brian.
Sure.
Getting married in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow?
June 3rd, whenever that is.
Okay, he's excited for it.
Just get this over with.
Zeroed in on the calendar.
No kids yet?
No kids yet.
Oh, that's good. Okay. A lot of people from the any of your dental assistants going to be going or no?
No, just immediate family.
Nobody from the practice?
No.
How come? No. Do you have a dentist you with?
With a partner, yeah.
Okay. Male, female?
Female.
Like her or no?
Yeah.
Older than you?
About the same age.
Interesting. How'd you meet up with her?
She went to dental school with me.
Oh, okay. There you go. Go ahead, Johnson. I'm sorry. Third is a Saturday, Mike.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. You're invited, Mike.
Oh, Brian.
Yes.
Brian, are root canals a scam?
No.
No.
What are you talking
Just get more
about?
money from patients?
Well,
I have heard a lot of that.
Do you want to save your tooth or not?
I think if it's close, they say do it, though, because it's more dough.
Give us the skinny. The rest of the world doesn't have to know. Just tell us.
Yeah. What's the biggest scam that other dentists would run, would you say, that you don't?
I mean, sure, there's dentists out there that overtreat people that
Yeah.
they'll do work when, you could do something more conservatively or you don't do anything at all. But that's not me, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Johnson. Hello.
Kirk, am I on?
I think so.
Oh, okay. The beep came a little later. I have a golf question for you, but before I ask that, remember the guy who owed that girl money and you got her on the phone?
He just called.
Just called 30 seconds ago.
Can we get those two on the show together?
We tried.
He was just on.
We tried, but she was not. She, I think, had some conflict professionally, right? She worked for another
Yeah, she didn't wanna be
gambling
on.
company
Yeah,
or something,
correct,
I think.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah. I
All
know.
right, well, here's my golf question. I've been watching a lot of the PGA Championship. I got a question for you about Tony Finau. Like, I feel like he's so good with the irons, but his putting, I feel like his putter's for like a
All
toddler.
right, I don't care.
And like,
Dave,
It's the wrong show, sir.
leave me alone, man. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, call the golf show.
Jesus Christ. Hello. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Beach Boys, I like that. Thank you.
I've always wanted to see the Beach Boys live.
There's a lot of things stopping you.
Really,
Dave.
big dreams.
Well, they're always at weird, quirky venues now.
Yeah.
Always that.
Where does that rank on yours?
You won't
Higher
go
or
there?
lower than the home run derby?
Lower than the home run. Yeah. But it's pretty high.
I mean, the Beach Boys are such a mess as a band. I don't know how that would work now.
Number one biggest regret.
Oh.
Actually reminded me when you were interviewing that gentleman the other day.
What do you think it is, if you had to guess?
Still music related.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Still music related.
Let's say he was
Not seeing Bob Seger live.
he was offered tickets to something.
What?
I've seen him live multiple times, I think.
We don't care about Springsteen. So this interview with this guy. Never seen Petty before he died.
Nope. It's the only other artist you mentioned. You mentioned a few. The only other artist. He's written books with him. So you won't guess it. Yeah.
Yes. Why? We guess it now that you told me that. You've never seen Garth Brooks live?
No. I've seen him live. It was not going to the Central Park show, which was a monster, and on HBO.
Is he still playing for the Padres? Was it the Padres or the Mets?
He just started his residency last night in Vegas.
Remember he did that spring training that year?
Yeah, it was weird.
Fucking weird person.
He's a weird dude.
Was he there the whole spring training? Or was it like Billy Crystal or something?
No, you played, remember?
I can't remember the whole background, but it was definitely
He had like 25 at bats or something. I think, right?
Garth Brooks?
Yes.
That should be one
I
of
have
his
no
books.
memory.
Am I hallucinating that or
No, there's definitely something there. I just forget it. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That feels like it should be its
at-bats.
own spring training. 2007. Oh no, spring training stats.
Because for spring training, 25 at bats would be a lot of games.
It was definitely a marketing thing because he didn't take the money. He donated to charity, I remember.
Country singer Garth Brooks, we're good with calls, Dave. A huge baseball fan, was signed by the San Diego Padres to a minor league contract on February 12th, 1999, invited to spring training. He went 1 for 22 and was used mostly as a pinch hitter. He wore number 77.
Okay.
Oh, great number, Ray Bork.
Yeah.
Think that's why I chose it?
Probably. It's weird though. Warren Zevon has written these books about Bruce, about Petty, like huge artists, like major artists, like deep, great songwriters. And he's written like 8 books with Garth Brooks. Well, I know he's very successful.
Best-selling soul artist in history.
I'm not saying he's not successful, but I don't think anybody would. I don't think anybody would say that he's on the level with Bruce Springsteen and Tom Petty as a songwriter. That's all.
Nobody cares about his songwriting process.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I'm just saying nobody. When you think of the hierarchy in music,
Well, you're probably biased against country musicians anyway.
I'm
Most
not.
people are.
I think Johnny Cash is right up there as well. But I'm saying I don't think anybody looks at Garth Brooks like Bob Dylan or Bruce Springsteen.
No, it's a shame because he's a fucking
Yeah, that's
legend.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, maybe Warren knows more than we do.
He definitely does. That's why you think Warren Zevon would be writing books for a nobody?
If he's getting paid?
Yeah, I still don't think.
He's not a nobody. Nobody's saying he's a nobody. What do you? He's a huge.
Put some respect on Garth Brooks'
Just
name.
say he's a huge successful guy. His songs stink, but
He's
we
not,
like
he's
it.
not petty. Come on.
He's not. You think he's Bruce Springsteen?
To me, he's more than Bruce Springsteen.
Okay, there you go. He's so Bon Jovi. You know, I mean,
Pride of Jersey.
That is true. What else is go? So, all right. So we're back. Oh, I'm in New York on Monday. Gee whiz. New York on Monday. Maybe Tuesday. I don't know. We'll be back here Wednesday, I think, regardless, for a show with Mike.
All right.
You maybe lined up for next week, Dave?
I do believe, I don't know the name, but I have somebody scheduled. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Anything you want to promote, Brian?
No, I just want to say thanks for making this Make-A-Wish operation happen
No
for
problem.
me. Really
Sure.
appreciate that.
No problem. Are you off until your wedding?
No, I go back to work on Monday. So.
What are you doing on your
I
vacation
remember the
this week?
scam. Poor
Oh.
people. Like Medicaid. Is it Medicaid?
Yo,
they take
remember
advantage
that.
of.
Oh,
yes.
we don't accept Medicaid, Dave.
Oh, now you're better than people.
We dealt with somebody who did. Yeah. Ooh, boy.
No, we don't do that.
Money like you wouldn't believe.
Interesting.
Mike, BlindMike.net, obviously.
Please, yes.
And of course, the greatest clothing place on earth is Miltons. That's where I go to get my clothes. Miltons, Social Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Square, Chestnut Hill, and their newest location, the Burlington Mall. You should go to Miltons today. When you're
Should I get my wedding shoes? I have my suit, but I need to
Should you get your wedding shoes?
Yeah, yeah.
Of course you should.
Yeah, okay.
Of course. I mean, you should have got your suit. You buy one, get one free. But it's
Yeah.
still rolling out. But go over to Miltons. Go to the Burlington Mall. Dave will take you there. You have lunch with him.
Thanks, Dave.
Where would you go for lunch, Dave, at the Burlington Mall?
I don't remember what's there, but I'd be a pizza. There's got to be a good pizza place around there, right?
First of all, it was Regina's in the food court.
Oh, there you
Ooh,
go.
I got that
Regina.
last night,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, first time.
In North End?
No, I was staying in Fenway.
Fenway. So where'd you get it?
On
There's a Regina's
Boylston.
Oh, there
Boylston
is? Oh, I
Street.
didn't know that.
Right
I
on the
think so,
same
yeah.
street the hotel was on.
Oh, yes,
The
there
ver-
is. Yeah, it's like a stand, like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got a slice, you know.
Yeah, how was it?
It was good.
Yeah.
I originally had, I went to a taco place, and I brought it up to my hotel room. It was just smothered in sour cream.
Interesting.
I was like, I can't fucking eat
That's
this.
a no-go. That's a no-go.
So-
Turn that... Read that in your vows. Write that. Say it.
It's going in there.
Then I think I have dinner at home and it's never like that, you know?
The next day for breakfast, I had an English muffin.
That's
Lunch,
why I
had a
love you.
sandwich. Are you writing your vows?
No,
You just did nothing like that.
My girlfriend found something online. Actually, they're
You
really
gotta do
good.
it. You got to write them.
I started crying when she read them to me.
What was it?
What do you mean?
Oh, now we're gonna get to the emotional part.
Crying to you?
I mean, I was crying.
Whoa, I'm confused. What did she find? Oh, she found,
She
like
found
a-
something
like a-
online,
like a yeah.
sappy, meaningful thing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. and
Are you
she
guys
read
living
it to
together
me.
already?
Yeah.
Oh, so this marriage is sin.
It isn't sin. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I assume you've already violated her.
A couple times.
Good for you. Get away.
Hell yeah.
Do you ever use the? Have you ever used the chair dentally for any of that stuff or no?
No, I stick to the instruments.
Good.
I use some
That's
instruments
good.
on her.
That's good.
Oh, God.
This guy's gonna get delicensed.
He's got his assistant scalpel.
So you found something that made you cry.
I did.
Give me one of the lines. I don't want to give anything.
I
away.
can't remember. It was just,
It's very, very emotional. Very emotional.
it just meant a lot.
I like this guy, Dave. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
We're invited to the wedding, but that's fine. But yeah, get your shoes at Miltons. Go to the Burlington Mall right now. Or go to Miltons.com if you're out there, you're not in the area. Miltons is the greatest place on earth. It's the only place I go to get my clothes. Go to Miltons.com today. What else, Dave? Oh, by the way, Paul Reiser, 2 shows. Manchester, we thank him. Manchester, New Hampshire, Palace Theater. Lebanon, New Hampshire, Opera House. Yeah, I don't know. He's probably not one of your favorite comedians, Mike. I would guess.
No, like I said, I didn't really even care for him, but he was great in Reboot, and he seems like looser now than I remember him being.
Well, I listened to him driving in. There's a called the Carson podcast. I think it's different. I listen once in a while. I don't think it's running anymore. It's pretty good. It's It's like different guys who've been on Carson over the years. They talk about the experience. It's actually not bad.
Yeah.
I should actually send it to you because it might be useful for stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
And Reiser was on, and the guy asked the first question. And Reiser's like, "Oh my God!" He's like, I thought this was a Carson Daily podcast. I was all excited. It made me laugh. I was like, "Oh, that's pretty funny." He had a good sense of humor. He was a good sport with us. Do you think he was wanted to get off?
No, I don't think he did.
I've seen him in interviews, but I remember when he was out promoting the Paul Reiser show, and maybe that's just because he knew what he had on his hands. But he was like, "Yeah, don't even bother watching it." Like,
really?
He didn't want to be there or anything. Yeah,
I think he was trying to do almost like a Curb Your Enthusiasm thing.
Well, I mean, Larry was in it, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he was on Curb, obviously, with his wife.
Yes.
Right?
Great.
Yeah.
That was a great.
Yeah, that was a good one. Who was on that Paul Reiser? Somebody was on that, right?
I don't remember. I just remember Larry guest starring, but I don't think that was going to be a regular thing.
It was not a highly rated program.
No, it was not.
It was, in fact, at the time, like the lowest rated ever.
And I think it was on the same night as The Office and 30 Rock and Parks and Rec or something, so I don't know how they did that.
Oh, they gave it that spot?
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, there you go. All right. So we're back. Well, we're in New York on Monday. Dave, you're going to be there fresh off the show?
Yes, sir.
You wiped out, no?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Will you stay for the whole concert?
Yeah, I think
She
so.
does like 3-hour shows.
At what time does it start? I'll probably be home no later than midnight.
What song are you looking forward to the most?
That's a tough question.
Do you know any of them?
Yeah. My favorite Taylor song is Wildest Dreams. It's a beautiful song.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. I like that. Is it Willow? That's another song I like. Blank Space will probably be great live.
That's a great song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is my guy going to be there? The guy who took all her songs from her?
Oh, what's that guy? The Justin Bieber guy?
No, who's the guy that she re-records songs because he basically stole them from her?
Bieber's manager, right?
Yeah, I know.
Scooter
Yeah.
Braun.
You're not going to be there?
No, I don't think he'll be there.
What happened to her? Somebody grab her bum or something? Is that what her Me Too thing was?
I certainly hope not.
Remember that? I thought she had one.
I don't know.
Does it bother you that you and Kelly Keegs enjoy the same musician or no?
No, and everybody enjoys Taylor Swift. Nobody hates Taylor Swift.
I'm indifferent. I don't think I know any of her songs. Kate was not a fan, so I missed. I mean, I know, but like I don't know any of her songs.
Right,
Like, I wouldn't be able to sing along with a single song of hers. No way. I'm fucking 48.
It's fucking crazy. There's the pandemonium around her show.
Crazy. Well, this is what it was like in the 80s with like Michael Jackson and Springsteen. I like that. Like people are super crazy about
They
it.
have concerts outside the venues.
That was wild.
I saw somebody because
Fucking, if you live in Foxborough these 3 days.
What were you saying? What were you saying the other
Forget
day?
about it.
You said like 95% of her fans are women, right?
Yes.
So I think some NBC reporter asked the Gillette Stadium person, "Can the females use the male
Oh,
bathrooms?"
what did they say?
And they said, "We will frown against it. We won't arrest the people, but we're going to."
So if you have to if you have to do a number one or make water, as they say on
Yes.
Sunday night, you will be urinating or with women urinating in the urinal. Women can they? How would they do that?
Well, they'll be
They probably have
civilized, for
stalls.
God's sake.
I don't know. These shows, it seems like a nightmare.
I was just saying, I don't think she meant to make that into almost like a transgender issue, but
Yeah.
that's what the replies took it as. which
Well,
was
that's
like,
how you could eat. Couldn't you say like I identify however the fuck I want?
I wouldn't.
Yes.
I mean, to your point, if you're Gillette Stadium, if there's 20 bathrooms and it's 10 and 10, why wouldn't you make 5
Just
of the
make-
male ones and you just label it? Like you just change the
You could do that. Yeah, you could do that for that. I mean, they have urinals. So
should in
it's-
that
it's-
situation because the lines are probably going to be crazy.
It seems like there's a fan for every fan that's going to be in the stadium. There's going to be one who's not going to be in the stadium. It seems like it's going to be that crazy. Like there's
That did-
people outside.
Philly, it was like 20,000 people. Or
yeah.
something.
What do they do outside?
We can hear it at Gillette.
I can hear it from my
Sing
house.
along.
You can?
Yeah.
You can hear it from your house from Gillette?
Hear concerts from my home. Yes.
Wow.
How far do you live from Gillette?
Why bother going?
5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, Jesus.
Yep.
Getting out of there will be a nightmare for the
Jesus.
normal people, the
Oh,
riffraff, like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, you can't operate like that.
No, certainly not. I mean, that sounds. I would tell these people, if you're listening, it is so much better to park 2 miles away.
Oh.
Especially on a nice night.
Really?
Way better. You just walk to your car, then you drive away, as opposed to sitting there for 3 hours.
Interesting.
Or on the secondary market, if there's parking tickets, I'd go as high as $500.
Yeah, or do what I've done in the past for Springsteen shows is fly in and out of the little airport in Norwood.
Oh, got to do it.
You just go right back to Bedford. You're done. Easy. It's
Perfect.
15 minutes door to door.
right.
You can't.
Yeah.
Billy Joel, by the way, is selling that because I've talked in the past about how he would take his helicopter from the Hamptons to Madison Square Garden for shows. He's there in 10 minutes.
Yep.
He's selling that place.
Oh no. End of an
At this point of his life, why would you sell? Why?
He's not doing those shows anymore?
He does them still once a month, but why?
Where does he spend most of his time?
I would imagine there.
Yeah. That is weird.
Crazy. You need the dough?
Top of the market.
You can't.
Can't imagine. He needs some
I
dough.
guess. I don't. Yeah, you gonna sell it?
Yeah.
You think Bam's gonna get it?
Maybe I
With a
will.
week.
I mean, there's no. There's just no supply out there. There's no
That's true.
supply.
All right, we're back Monday in New York City with Dave Portnoy and I think other various Barstool guests. I talked to Kevin Clancy. He'll be joining us at some point as well.
Dave will be there, I assume.
Dave Cullinane.
No, Portnoy
Yeah, he's
will be
in
in
the tournament.
studio. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the
Oh,
tournament.
right. I was
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
say, yeah.
No, I'm going to go to New York and interview him on the phone.
I thought that was a little weird. I was like, why is he there? But then I forgot about
this terrible cell phone. Let's look at the fish in Florida. Absolutely.
I think we'll still be on YouTube. I mentioned it to them, so I hope they can arrange that.
If we're not kicked off by them.
That's true.
We have our list of words. We'll have to.
We did say it 3 times.
Oh, yeah, don't say it when you walk in there.
Definitely not. All right. Thanks so much. Thanks, Paul Reiser. Mike, guys, we'll see you on Monday. Goodbye.